Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Where is my headlines? Why is it always messed up? Always fucking messed up. Right, we're back. I wasn't even meant to be going live today, people. I'll be so real. It was only meant to be a Huijsen video, but literally as soon as I'd dropped, as soon as I finished recording the video, I saw the Yildiz news drop, and I just thought, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I might as well go live. Why not, innit? Feels like transfer season is now well and truly amongst us, and the season is still yet to be concluded. But here we are. We're getting transfer news. We are getting transfer news. So we're going to talk about Yildiz. We're going to talk about Huijsen. We're going to talk about all the other latest and greatest Chelsea news. And yeah, panel show, all of that shit. And big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that crap. Namaya, you should be untimed out from the last stream anyway. I said you only got timed out because you said 1-1 before we saw the goal. Like, spoilers. You're gonna get timed out for spoilers. Mods are on job. Shout out the mods. But you should be fine. Should be fine. But yeah, big up Namaya, man. Big up you. Big up, bro. Big up Jesters. Big up DI. Big up Georgie. Big up Ramen. Safe for dropping all of these as well, because it means I can just star all of them. Big up Fraser. No Arsenal watch along. Like, Arsenal Palace, a game that means jack shit to us. Doesn't even mean anything to Arsenal. If they were to even lose the game, like, nobody would care except Liverpool. Maybe Forest. Are they even close? Yeah, maybe Forest. Fuck me, maybe City. Oh, shit, yeah, I didn't clock they were... See, you're only 5 points off Arsenal. Fucking hell, man. Maybe. But it still don't suit... It still don't mean nothing for us. It still don't mean nothing for us. Big up Jesters again. Big up my guy. Big up Pierre. Big up Daniel. Yo, my G. Hope you're good, man. Big up, bro. Big up to Jay. Big up to Vinush. Big up to former champions of Europe. One day we'll be back there. One day we'll be back there. Don't ask me when. Big up to Not Yandu. Big up to Maldini. Big up to Jay. Big up to Amir. I'm doing well. I finally had a good night's sleep for the first time in ages. So in fucking ages. Big up to Mo. Yeah, Liverpool win the title if they draw or they win on Sunday against Tottenham. Like, they just win it. They just win it. It don't mean nothing, though. It really don't. Big up, though, man. Big up. Big up to Fiki. Big up BK. Big up Return of the Rudiger. Big up to JBs. Big up to Sky Knight. Big up to all you, man. Big up to Daniel. We're probably going to get the tag match first. But yeah, I'm with it. CM Punk and Roman Reigns, my two favorite wrestlers as well. So to get them in the tag teams, like, yeah, I have to pick which one I want to win. Let's go. Shout out Sky, shout out M Hussein. Big up all you, man. Hit the likes. Hit the likes. Every single one of you, smash up those likes. The first thing I want you, man, to do when you get in here, click that thumb. Click that thumb up. Big up EK as well, man. Big up, people. Right. First news topic of the day. We're going to go with the first one that we got. So, Dean Huijsen. I also, HR, Carmelo for me. I got bored of Theory real quick. They got to, like, build up some hype for him again. Never really cared about Theory either. I'll be so real. Never really did. But, yeah, so we got this from Matt Law. He wasn't the first one to report it. There was reports coming out from about 10 a.m. I think Miguel Delaney was the first one to report on this. And it's mad that, like, now Matt Law's actually doubling up because I don't even rate Miguel Delaney like that. But Chelsea are the favourites to land Huijsen, with Enzo Maresca keen to add a ball-playing central defender to his squad. There's a few more pieces added to this as well. Just need to try and find the summary of it because it's under a paywall typically. So there is a favourable relationship between Chelsea and Dean Huijsen's agents. And Chelsea and Bournemouth successfully did business over Kepa last summer. Who's Dean Huijsen's agent? I swear if it's Mendes. Is he a Mendes client? No, his dad. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's his dad. All right, cool. Calm. My dad is my agent. He fixes everything. I don't read anything. I don't think about it too much. I'm just focused on my football. All right, cool. So his dad's his agent. Calm. Is there anything else on this article? Enzo Maresca wants Chelsea to sign a new striker in the summer. Don't forget that one, guys. We have heard he wants a new striker, and we had hints on that for January. So don't want anyone to tell me if we don't get a striker that he's happy with the squad and everything. Even if he comes out and says it in the press room, he's chatting shit. Go and get a striker. Go and get a fucking striker. But, yeah. Anything more from this? Enzo Maresca is keen for Chelsea to sign a ball-playing central defender to complement Wesley Fofana and also to help mitigate the impact of his absence through injuries. Now, a lot of people were talking about this before, that the idea was for him to play with Fofana, but that quote says otherwise. It says both, actually. It says to complement and to help to mitigate the impact of his absence. So someone that can do Fofana's role and also be there with him to complement him too. Because like both of them like driving with the ball. It seems like Huijsen is the better one when it comes to passing out of the back. But in terms of ball carrying, both of them can do it. Both of them seem very comfortable when it comes to like carrying the ball into the midfield and further forward. So I do see how they would potentially complement each other. It just again comes down to like fitness of Fofana, and also when we have to rely on when we don't have Fofana fit, you need somebody else that could provide like that leadership, provide that experience. That I do think that would make the Huijsen transfer like a lot more solid. I would be fine with it with someone experienced, somebody a bit proven next to him. And then I feel like that would complement Huijsen as well. And it would also be able to give him the license and the freedom to take those risks, to move the ball further forward. And like, we still have somebody more secure at the back, innit? But let me just see if there's anything more in here too. Leading the race to sign Huijsen. Chelsea's long-standing interest and plan for Huijsen is likely to be attractive to him, whether or not the club qualifies for next season's Champions League. So they believe that the project is going to be attractive to him regardless of UCL football. I will say, though, if we don't get UCL football, we have to be very careful with how we spend our money. Very careful. Because that goal scorer still needs to be done. We still need to be bringing in that goal scorer. But if we don't get the UCL, there could be potential sales. There could be potential sales. And like we already hinted, something's stuck in my fucking throat. What the fuck? As we already hinted, there are certain players that I've heard want to leave if we don't get UCL football, so it might just be a one in and one out sort of thing. You never know. You never know. There'll be a lot of moving situations if we don't get UCL football. Also, breaking news. Chelsea will conduct a summer review of their goalkeeping position to establish whether or not they enter the market or choose two of Robert Sanchez, Jorgensen, Petrovic, or Penders to be their first choice pair next season. Okay, so you bring back Petrovic and then you go into the market. Jorgensen, send him to Strasbourg. Mike Penders, I don't know, send him to some top 5 league that needs a goalkeeper. Sanchez, fuck off. I think that makes the most sense. No, any answer that is Robert Sanchez is wrong. Any answer that is Robert Sanchez is wrong. It's wrong. If the answer is Robert Sanchez, the question should either be who needs to fuck off or the question's wrong. But big up, Jesse, my G. Big up, bro. Keep Petrovic. Jorgensen could be the number 2. You could go into the market and get somebody else. Don't care. Penders, if you don't send Jorgensen to Strasbourg, you send Penders there. And Sanchez, boot him out of Blueco. Boot him out of Blueco immediately. It's all crazy. I said Jorgensen's not better than Sanchez. Look, I hear it. I hear it. I don't want Sanchez playing for my club, though. I don't want him playing for my club. Jorgensen don't have to be either. He don't have to be either. Petrovic. Bring back Petrovic. And then maybe go in the market and get another goalkeeper. And yeah, boot Sanchez out of Blueco. Boot him out of Blueco. Jorgensen, I won't talk about you with the same energy, innit? I won't talk about you with the same energy, but hey. Hey, I said I'm not speaking about him with the same energy. Sanchez can fuck off. Petrovic can start. Jorgensen, figure it out. Figure it out, mate. Figure it out. They won't go for Hermansen. If they wanted to, they would have gone for him last season, innit? But big up, man. Big up, bro. I always hear about Young Garcia as well. Yeah, that could be the potential one that you go for. That could potentially be the one that you go for. But that's it from the Matt Law article. So I was doing a bit of research into Dean Huijsen before I went gym. I was having a look at the sort of like centre-back that he is. And would he actually be worth it for us, even though he doesn't solve the experience or the leadership problem that we have been screaming out for at the back? I'm not sure, but like as a profile, he does look like a good player. I won't front. Like he's very composed in possession. He's very press resistant, both in terms of turning out at the press and passing out of it too. Seems to be able to disguise his passes pretty well too. So like you can 100% trust in him to play the ball out at the back. Does seem to be comfortable carrying the ball into the midfield and like maybe even like testing the goalkeeper every now and then. He does seem comfortable doing it. He hasn't done it a lot, but he's shown enough glimpses that he could do that. You just don't want to be like focusing on him firing long shots. It's like another trait that he has, for example. His reading of the game is really good. Really, really good. And like he knows when to step out. He knows when to intercept. I think he's got the right sort of aggression where he don't really do too much, but he knows when he needs to stick a leg out. He knows when he needs to be on the front foot. And like, yeah, he's comfortable playing a range of different passes out the back. I wouldn't say he's a generational passer, but he's a good, effective, and progressive passer. Is allegedly like deceptively physical for his age. I don't know though, because I feel like the sort of forwards or centre backs when you're dealing with set pieces, I feel like the ones that could match his height could be a problem for him in terms of like dueling against them. But like someone that he towers over, he should obviously be doing a bit better with. What else? I think in terms of timing his defensive actions, he's decent with that too. Like we said earlier, he's willing to press up high to win the ball. Like some of his drawbacks are more that he does seem to give away too many fouls and he isn't the most agile. Could struggle against more agile forwards and he also isn't the greatest 1v1. But he does seem like a centre-back that suits possession-based football. He does seem like one of those sorts of centre-backs because he's comfortable playing out the back. He's comfortable ball carrying. We don't have another ball carrying centre-back bar Fofana, which is why I could understand him being a potential to step in if Fofana's injured. We might even be starting over him, to be honest. All playing together. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah. Willing to press up high to win the ball. He's good at slowing opponents down on the break. But again, if you isolate him 1v1, can struggle at times. Overall, he seems like a quality centre-back, but I do think he needs somebody a bit more experienced next to him. Someone that he can learn from and someone that would give him, again, the license to be able to make those decisions. Like, this is still a very inexperienced player. Like, he looks very good for his age, but this is also his second season playing top flight football. Last season was when he got his debut in Serie A. Then he got like a loan move to Roma for 6 months, and then Bournemouth signed him this season. Next season will be his third season playing top flight football. So, look, I like the profile, but it's again one of those ones where I'm thinking, look, we've been calling out for experience. We're again going to look for somebody that isn't experienced, that isn't going to give you the leadership. But he's a good profile, so I don't know. I really don't know. Like, AM, this is the thing. Like, I think you're going to need to go and get somebody else with him. Just to, like, really perfect the whole thing. Somebody experienced next to him. Somebody that he doesn't have to have, like, the burden of being the best defender with. And then, like, I think it could be a really decent pairing. Now, if it's him and Colwell, for example, I'm thinking... don't know. Him and Fofana, potentially, for however long he's fit. Tosin is like on a good day, on a bad day, whatever. Like, for me, Huijsen, like, I'll back the move if you bring me somebody else with him. Kenan, he's got a 50 million release clause. 50 million release clause. What is this? A striker's also... 2 names on a list that I don't really want. Osimhen first, or like I feel like I'll be indifferent or just downright against it. So yeah, but in terms of Huijsen, I like the idea. I again think he's inexperienced, which again doesn't really help what we're looking for. But he's also good. He's also very good. With the ability to also just get even better. So, I don't know. And also think like I want to go for a goal scorer first anyway. But what are you guys saying, chat? Let me drop a poll. Huijsen to Chelsea. What are we saying? Yes, no, yes with another CB. Poll is live. Let me know what you guys are saying. This is one that I'm a bit indifferent on. Because I see the profile, I see how it could work, but you need experience. We've been asking for experience. You're going to have to go and get experience too. So, yeah. If you were to do this with another one, maybe. Now, Mamadou Sarr might be the one that you're talking about to play next to him, but he's another one that's, again, inexperienced, and I just don't know enough about Sarr. I just don't. All I've heard is he's having a great season at Strasbourg. He's apparently playing with maturity above his years, but I can't tell you that from what I've seen in it, so I'm not going to. Denzel, I ain't got to Yildiz just yet. What if it was Huijsen with Gehi? It's like, I mean, Gehi does bring you the experience, and like Huijsen could cover the aerial stuff. I could hear it. I said Anselmino shown more than Sarr. I ain't seen enough of either. This is the thing. I haven't seen enough of either. But this is why I'm telling you guys, I haven't seen enough of Sarr to tell you anything with him. Just haven't. I just haven't. What is the poll saying? Yes, with another centre-back is leading, then yes, and then no. 15% saying outright no. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I think that's the best way to like break down Huijsen. Also, I do think as well, if you want to go for someone who's got experience and is still a bit young, like Bissek is still there for 30 million. He's still there for 30 million. Like, could go for him. He's got title winning experience, UCL experience in big games. 25 in November. And yeah, like good centre back, really good centre back. He can head the ball. Who are you talking about specifically, Fraser? Who are you talking about? I said Tosin's better than all these, man. No, no, no chance, man. Yo, I've seen a game or two of Bissek. I've seen a few games of him. Seen a few. I watched him cook against Arsenal. Obviously saw the friendly at the bridge and everything where he like waded through our midfield for fun. So yeah. But yeah, the Tosin now. Oh yeah, Huijsen. Yeah, he is good in the air, but I think with his frame, I think he'd struggle against players that could match his height. Like, I think he could match. What's his name? He could match centre backs that have the same sort of height as him on set piece. I think he'd struggle against. Maybe some of your more tall and physical forwards he might struggle against. But yeah. Monday Night Raw was lit, bro. Monday Night Raw was mad. Inter versus Milan today. All right, calm. Well, I've got a game to watch then. Nice. Fucking nice. I might do it as a watch on. I might just chill. I wasn't even meant to be going live today, and then I saw this news and I thought, yeah, fuck it. Transfer season. We out here. Yeah, sure. Okay. No one in the chat saying it bar you, and I'm meant to believe that. Yes is now leading, regardless of centre back. Ah, so that's what Maldini was talking about. Played nearly the same amount of minutes this season that Anselmino's had his whole career. Fucking hell. Is he top 3 in defensive aerial duels? I didn't even look at the stats. That's mad. Daniel, it's a stat pad. That was a stat pad, and that also helped start off the Becky heel turn. Like, it actually makes a lot of sense when you really think about it. I don't mind someone dropping the titles and winning it back immediately. It just means 2 people get a title reign that they can add. That's all fine. Chelsea are keen to bring in a winger and have considered Garnacho and Gittins. Nice. I already told you, Liao or Lookman or I just don't really care too much. Although that does also segue pretty well into the Yildiz news that dropped a couple of hours ago. What else? What was this? Chelsea continue to explore a striker as a key priority and potentially ahead of the Club World Cup. Delap, Sesko, and Ekatike, names on the list again. Osimhen or just CBA, bruv. CBA. But Yildiz. Chelsea want to sign Yildiz and have contacted both his camp and Juventus. I'd also like to take this time to remind you people that Yildiz is a Jorge Mendes client. So you can understand where the links have come from. So the article says, at Chelsea, the end of the season is marked by a mixture of cautious optimism and persistent frustration. After a still mixed Premier League campaign, despite colossal investments in recent months, whatever. The London club, under the leadership of Maresca, finally seems to find a semblance of stability, but too late to master Project Wanderings. Blah, blah, blah. Where is this Yildiz stuff? Blah, blah, blah. Possible win the Conference League. Blah, blah, blah. Time's come to trim a bloated squad. The message is clear. Chelsea wants to build a cohesive and competitive team from next season, because the last couple seasons didn't matter. Breaking away from the chaos of previous deals, and with this in mind, the profile of Juventus's young Turkish star, Kenan Yildiz, has caught the Blues' eye. Where's the rest of this? Amid a tense end to the season for Juve, Yildiz stands out as one of the few bright spots for the club's future. Since Igor Tudor's arrival on the bench, the young Turkish striker has seen his playing time increase slightly. Striker? I thought he was like a 10/left winger. Okay. Demonstrating the new coach's desire to capitalize on the freshness and carefree attitude, carefree, up the Chelsea, of certain emerging talents with his creativity and ability to break through. Where is the news? Fuck me, man. Holy waffle. Where is this? According to our information, initial contacts have been established in recent days between Chelsea and Juve regarding Yildiz. Considered one of Juve's great hopes, he's under contract with the touring club until 2027. I thought it was till 2029. I checked his contract. Huh? Yeah, 2029. Is there is like an option to extend? Some men saying 2027. Other men are saying 2029. Whatever, man. He's still got a couple years left on his contract. That's it. He's got a couple years left on his contract. His rapid progression has led to the manager pushing Juve to consider a salary increase, but according to our indiscretions, Chelsea's push to secure the services of the Turkish international could well change all of his plans. No official offer has been announced, but the idea of a new contract with improved financial terms and perhaps a high exit clause remains in the pipeline to protect one of their most promising talents. I'd be surprised if he didn't take that, to be honest. I'd be surprised if he didn't just take a pay rise. What is he on right now? He is on 56k in euros. Oh, he's been playing second striker, which has led to that turn in form. Okay. He really is one of them Swiss Army knife sort of players, because I've been seeing that he can play on the left, he can play on the 10. Now I'm hearing second striker. Yeah, that's about all from that article. Trying to read like fucking translated articles are a nightmare. They're a straight nightmare. But yeah, you man, keep hitting the likes. Keep hitting the likes. So yeah, I've obviously looked at his not stats, ability. I've looked at the profile of the player and everything. Taken a look at some of his full match comps and all of that. Looks like a fucking insane dribbler. I want to say that. That's the first thing. Insane dribbler. I've seen him play out 2v1s, 1v1s. He's got immense ball control, good composure, good first touch. Like, he uses dribbling very well to like bait decisions from defenders and then uses control to glide past them very well. Seems to be a good worker defensively. Range of passing from the left-hand side, from what I've seen, from deep areas, from wide areas too. Good ball carrying. He's 6 foot already, which means like maybe in a few years he could be even stronger on the ball in terms of his strength and all of that. From what I've seen, has played primarily on the left, but the output also isn't there just yet. And he does seem to struggle for consistency as well, from what a lot of Juventus fans are saying. And that's also why I'm still very wary of this move. He's another one that looks like a great talent. He looks like a great talent, but he's not ready yet. I don't know if he's ready yet. And I also think like trying to move to a league like the Premier League, which is a lot more physical, a lot faster. I don't know. And with now Scott telling me his run of form recently has come from him playing in second striker. It's like, how many 10s/second strikers are we going to look for? You still have João Felix coming back. We still have Palmer. We still have Enzo playing within the 10s. You've got Esteval coming in, which apparently we're trying to play within either the right-hand side or the 10. Then you've got Kendry Paez coming in, who we want to see playing in the 10. And it's like, yeah, We're going to get another one? Yeah, Quenda too. Well, I don't know if Quenda can play 10 as well. I've just seen him play on the right-hand side, so I'm not too sure. But if he can, that's another one. That's like, okay, so we're going to add this. And he's not even really like an output machine like that. He's another one that, like, I see a lot of Juve fans saying that he could be a lot better with experience around him. And it's like, well, we're still looking for players that could provide that experience too. And he's not that guy. The only one you could say is Cole Palmer, and it's just by default because it will be his 3rd season next season. So it's like, he's a good talent. I don't know if it's what we need. I just don't know if it's what we need yet. So, like, quality dribbler, good vision. I want goals. I want goals. He's not really got that yet. He's got 6 goals, 4 assists in 31 appearances. So, not really that keen on it. Not really that keen on it. Like, I want someone that, like, I know is going to be a threat to the goal. As in a direct threat. And, like, he's not even necessarily consistent through an entire season because of his age. Now, I'm not saying that's just him in general and he's always going to be inconsistent, but he's another one that needs experience around him. He's another one that, like, needs the right profile of players around him. I don't know, man. I ain't too keen on it. Yeah, I've heard he's got good ball striking, but, like, he's not consistent in terms of his impact in games consistently. Like, some games he'll be a big game changer. Some games he'll be ghosting. This is what I've heard from Juventus fans. They're the brothers that watch him every week. Obviously, they look at him as, like, their next big talent for the future, which I also think leads into another thing, which is I expect him to just re-sign with a better contract. Like, Juve are centering in on you as being their future talent, the one that's going to carry the team over the next couple years. So it's like, I don't know, man. Don't know, man. But yeah, so for me, I'd rather go for someone a bit more experienced. He's a good talent, but yeah. Juve have been run shit for time, Lewis. The amount of talent they got rid of. Huijsen. Fair enough. Look, the Juve in it. I don't know that. Thank you for letting me know, though. Appreciate it. This is why I like doing live streams. That's why I like doing streams and all that. But well, maybe they will sell him after all. Then maybe they will. Where are Juve in the league? Are they competing for Champions League? Where are they? They're 5th. They're 5th, but only a point off Bologna. Okay, so they might end up getting UCL football after all then. Man is saying next Hazard, please. Calma. Calma. I beg. I said check pies. What am I checking pies for? What's he said? Big up pies, always. Oh shit. Oh, well, okay, calm. What are we dealing with? It could be deja vu for Liverpool as Chelsea believe they've got the upper hand on Dean Huijsen thanks to Ali Barat. Who the hell is that guy? Ali Barat. And also Ben Jacobs saying we're not pursuing a deal for Rafael Leao. He's a football agent. I thought Huijsen's agent was his dad. I thought his agent was his dad. Epic Jackson. What? Was that meant to be his brand? But I'm guessing he also deals with Nicholas Jackson then, because it's saying Jackson's name's under that. What's Huijsen's agents? Intermediary. The dad's the advisor. Okay. All right, calm. Oh, his agent's the same as Caicedo. Oh, there's the link then. There is the link. Maybe we are front runners for Huijsen then. Enough people are saying it. You got Matt Law saying this as well. Maybe we are. Alright, Bournemouth, do you lot want a centre-back? We might as well run a fire sale here at this point. You man want a centre-back? Go get a centre-back. Go get one of our centre-backs. But yeah, let me run another poll on Yildiz. I want to see what you guys are saying about Yildiz. Yildiz to Chelsea, yes or no? Let us know, chat. Let us know. I said, what about Tyreek George? Probably end up going on loan, some pure profit. Lavia is set to receive his first minutes after injury this weekend. Nice. Yildiz or Nacho? Come on, we already know what we're saying. No to Garnacho, mate. Oh, it's the same thing. Same thing. All right, cool. Calm. No to Garnacho. You already know, bruv. You already know. Thoughts on Colwell's future? I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about his future. Get good or get gone. Get good or get gone. I said give them Fofana, bro. That's mad. We're thinking of playing Fofana with Huijsen. Problem is, fucker can't stay fit. But at least now he's taken his surgery. Maybe things will be different. Maybe things will be different this time. One more chance, maybe? Go get another centre-back too. Go get another centre-back too, bruv. What is the chat saying? So we have 60% saying yes to Yildiz. 40% saying no. I do think he's a good talent. I do think he'll only get better. But I also can't, guarantee it. And it's like, we got how many potential players? I just want someone I know that's going to bring me decent output. Just want someone I know. Although, if you were to go and get me an Osimhen, it's another player that can cross the ball to him. It's another player that can do that. And then suddenly, it looks a little bit better. Suddenly looks a little bit better. But, yeah. Big up everybody. Big up every single one of you. Keep in those likes. Let's get to 250. Let's get to 250, my guys. I think we're barely at 150. Yeah, we're not even at 150. Why didn't The Rock show up at Mania? Because he's an idiot. He's an idiot. That brother inserted himself into the storyline for no reason. For literally no reason. The brother came out yesterday and said he was at WrestleMania. Well, where the fuck were you then? Instead, you send out Travis Scott to do a fucking entrance longer than The Undertaker's. Fucking waste. Absolute waste. He did not need to be in the storyline then. He didn't. Just have Cena turn heel at Mania. Oh no, but The Rock's got this weekend free. So we have to insert him into something. Makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense, bruv. What a waste of time. Waste of fucking time that was. He said there are creative issues. Yeah, the creative issue is that you inserted yourself into it. Just have Cena turn heel at Mania and just have him moving desperate to win number 17. Easy storyline. Don't even need The Rock in it. But then you want to add him in with no reasoning why. DMs. What have you sent? Anfield sector. Ali Barat is Iqbali's go-to man. He was involved in the deal to take Huijsen to Bournemouth last summer alongside Don Huijsen. Is that his dad? No way is his dad called Don Huijsen. Oh shit, it is. Donny Huijsen. Yo, that's crazy. Ah, that's a sick name, you know. That's fucking nuts. Okay. Now they're working together on Huijsen's future. Barrett is clearly pushing for Chelsea and has given him the upper hand in the race. Barrett also helped Chelsea for Caicedo. Also represents the likes of Nicholas Jackson and Datro Fofana and represented Ian Matson too. Fucking hell. How many agents have we got in our books? First, what's his name? Jorge Mendes, now this. Mad. Mad. Well, Liverpool rejected again. Hold that. Hold that. Mad, mad, mad. But yeah, Giovanni, that's a big one. What is the agent fee? 50 million release clause plus the agent fee. Fucking hell. The Rock said he only did that storyline with Cena because the ticket sales weren't high at that pay-per-view and had to show up. So fumble a generational storyline because the ticket sales weren't high. How about you lower the ticket prices? How about you lower the fucking ticket prices then? Man, what a bummy excuse, bruv. Man, I've been waiting decades for a John Cena heel turn and you fumble it just because you have to put your bald head in it. Fucking joke. Fucking joke, man. Bun him, bruv. Generational wrestler in a promo, but fuck me, he was an idiot for this situation. And handled it stupidly. Giving them Kepa and a centre-back to drop the price a little bit. What, you take a player, we take a player. What is Kepa worth taking off that? Like 5 mil? If that. The centre-back, look, just pick one. Just pick one and keep it moving. Pick one and keep it moving. But yeah, on Yildiz, I don't expect it to happen anyway. Part of me still would expect him to re-sign, but like Maldini said, they make terrible business, so who knows? Who knows? Yildiz, to me, though, if you were to go and get me Osimhen, I hear it. If you're not going to get me Osimhen or someone to cross the ball to, again, allow it. Go get me someone who's got proven output on the left-hand side then. Because I need output. I need goals. Like, he's a great dribbler. Seems to have a good cross on him. A good whip from, like, wide areas and from deep areas. But, I mean, I need a forward. I need someone I know that's scoring me goals. So, yeah. And, like, people are saying Vega. Vega might be a part in it if we end up pursuing the move. But I still think there's a lot of layers still left to go in this transfer. The Sassy to Bournemouth. Yeah, run that. Run that. The Sassy to Bournemouth will do. Or imagine, it might even end up being Achimpong. Could even end up being Achimpong. If we're just going to like reel through centre-backs, it could be him too. Pure profit and all of that. Get your pure profit, guys. Get your pure profit. Gilchrist, another one. Yeah, send him Gilchrist. Send him Gilchrist. Gilchrist went on loan to Sheffield United. I think they're now in the playoffs. Sean, I don't think Osimhen would go United. I don't think, like, I don't know if they're as keen on paying his wages either. Like, they look like they're focusing on Delap. They look like they're focusing on Delap. Oh, does Gilchrist not start anymore? Oh, damn. Damn. Nah, Prime, they'd use Yildiz as a way for them to get Vega permanently. Or we would. We would. And FQ, I'm with you. I like Huijsen, but I want a more experienced centre-back next to him. And like then I'm 100% down for it. Like, I'd still be a bit more wary, even though I think he's a great profile for us to have. I'd be a bit wary if you don't have the leadership next to him. We've been saying for ages we need leadership at the back. And I don't think we've got that. So, like, if you're going to get Huijsen, you're going to have to go and get somebody else too. You have to go get somebody else as well. But barring that, I think there's still a few other topics I haven't gone through yet. So I'm going to touch on them quickly and then send the link out. Big up to every single one of you in here, though. Hit the like, subscribe, all of that. Big up to every single one of you. What else do we have that we haven't spoken about? So, yeah, we obviously have the shit news as well that... Where is it? News that we shouldn't be too surprised about, but it's still a piss take just to see. No plan to bring in Luis Campos, and we are constantly told that Win Stupid are not going anywhere. So... I mean, we all already knew that, but... Great. Great. I'm going to drop another bomb for that. Because, hey, who needs a tap-in to, like, rebuild some faith with the fans? Fuck it. Let's just keep Win Stupid in charge so Igbali can control both of them. Great. Fucking great. But yeah, a dagger to the Campos in movement. Yeah, Ryan. Well, we're going to take another one of your signings, mate. Sorry, bro. Big up, though. Big up, man. Stay safe. Real one. Big up, my guy. What else was there? So we've spoken on that. There was... Where was the stuff on Abramovich? Saw a bit on some book Abramovich is going to be a part of in a couple of months' time. Oh yeah, this was also a part of that because this came from Liam Toomey, who's a part of the Athletic. So they were appointed to build out an organization across all departments of the club, not just sign and sell footballers and select head coaches, but they've already even fucked up on the whole squad building. There are no indications that their positions are in any danger, and it is important to remember that the strategy they are following is the one that ownership wants implemented. This is why we got a gun for Igbali too. This is why Igbali is also on the crime. And Sanchez is there because he's a prick. Fuck Sanchez. But yeah, Ryan, apparently, like, even if we don't get UCL football, he'll be keen on it. So, hey, maybe not. Maybe not. Talk about outgoings. What's your list on the players who need to go? Colwell can go, I don't care. Any of the centre-backs can leave, and I won't give a shit. And Kunku can fuck off. Sanchez can fuck off. Loan Hiu. I assume if we go and get another winger, Tyreek George will go on loan. And Dewsbury Hall. You can sell Dewsbury Hall. Asugo and Santos coming in. Dewsbury Hall, out you go. Out you go. And yeah, I think that would be it in terms of outgoings for me. Centre-backs, I ain't getting into it too deep. They can all leave. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, Fofana's the only one I really rate and he can't stay fit. Badiashile, I'm still reminiscing about the Potter days. Disasi, like, not with the way we play. Colwill should be a bench player. Oh, is there a few more I'm missing? Tossin, couldn't give a shit about. For pure profit anyway. You can go. I don't give a damn. Anselmino, you're obviously keeping him. Achimpong, I wouldn't mind keeping him. Vega, don't mind keeping him. Saar, don't know anything about him. You said we need a manager that can get the best out of this team. Well, Loki, I think with this squad, this is where we are. This is why we need improvements. We have defenders that make constant bozo moments at the back, even though the structure is a lot better than it was last season. And our attackers aren't burying chances. Maybe you need to look at a few of these players and think maybe they are getting the best. And like, if we had better profiles, you have more. Because like, for example, if you have that box striker that's got aerial threat, you are getting more out of Neto. I think you're getting more out of Sancho as well. This is why I am moving so hard on the sporting directors. Because I feel like we are getting the best out of this squad because we have too many holes in the squad. But everyone just thinks black and white and just thinks, oh, just blame the coach. So, yeah, how about you focus on the sporting directors that haven't built the squad well enough? Because I think if we have that box striker, you get more out of the wingers. Suddenly, the attack as a whole looks a whole lot more potent. But I'm not getting into Maresca debate number 45. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. The man just going to waffle about standards. CBA. CBA. Build a team that's up to that standards and then we'll talk. Well, here it was. Here it was. Abramovich will discuss the sale of Chelsea in a new book set to be released this summer after giving his first interview in 4 years. Mad. No, I wasn't wrong about Poch. Worst defensive record in our history and worst injury record inspired playing one game in a week. Fuck that prick. Fuck that prick. The book was named Sanctioned. The Inside Story of the Sale of Chelsea FC, written by Nick Pure. I know that name. He makes bare Chelsea books. I swear that guy makes bare Chelsea books. Or am I bugging? It might be somebody else. Well, sorry, he's a guy that works with only £1. Fancies. Now, maybe I'm bugging. I might be thinking of someone else. We'll also tell other stories from that accelerated 95 days sale. What a shit 95 days that was. Run by Rainbank under the supervision of the UK government and will be released by Bite Back Publishing this summer. I am not looking forward to that book. Although I might do a reaction video to that book. Might do a reaction video to it. It'd be worth talking about, I guess, but I'm not looking forward to that. Enzo Maresca puts a heavy emphasis on possession and believes his plans have been compromised by Wesley Fofana's fitness problems, which is a nice way to say that Fofana's our only decent centre-back. But here we are. Also, you should be dropping Colwill a bit more if that's the case, but hey. Huijsen, again, good profile. I'm going to need a more experienced centre-back next to him too because I can't rely on Fofana to stay fit. Also, some good news for the guys in the UK. We have updates on the Club World Cup and the streaming for it. Channel 5 is going to host the Club World Cup and the Zone Football. All free access for the Club World Cup. 15 group games, 4 round of 16 ties, 2 quarter-final ties, 1 semi-final, and the final will all be shown live on Channel 5, and the rest of the games will all be on the Zone Football for free. We have free Club World Cup access this year, guys. Free Club World Cup access. Where's the suit? Let's go. One more time. So a bit of positive news. We know where to go to watch the Club World Cup. We know where to go. Another Huijsen update. Madrid and Liverpool almost out of the running, according to Eduardo Burgos. Real Madrid don't see the possibility of paying his release clause. There is an acknowledgement at Chelsea that they need to improve at breaking down low blocks. Nah. Really? Really? I would have never figured that one out, you know. Yeah, I would have never clocked that, you know. That's crazy. We can't handle low blocks. Fuck! So that's been the problem all along. That's what the problem's been. Okay, well, we're all good now. We're all good now, guys. Yeah, man. Bomber! Kieran Gill Bomber! It's crazy, man. No, EPL, they're going to drop that one tomorrow. That's tomorrow's news article. That's tomorrow's news article. What's wrong with this fucking mouse? Piece of shit. Fucking annoying, bro. I just bought you a few weeks ago. Fucking bum. Anything else? Anything else? Just before I send the link out. Was into Chelsea stuff. We've already spoke about that. Yildiz, already spoken about that. Fabregas plans to stay and continue at Como despite proposals because, of course. Why would you leave that project so early? That doesn't make any sense. João Felix to Benfica. I heard some rumblings about that, but... yeah, João Felix to Benfica, potentially. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, did we really just buy this brother just to, like, use him the same fucking way that Atletico Madrid used him? What a waste, bruv. What a waste of fucking time and money and just all of that shit. Boring. I expect Chukwuemeka will remain a player Chelsea will sell for the right price. So we're not selling him then. We're not selling him. Because these brothers will still want 35 to 40 mil for him, which I don't think they'll get. Also, just some financials. $29 million for participating in the Club World Cup, with the potential for another $125 million if we win the tournament. And just more articles talking about how we plan to get our transfer business done as soon as possible for the Club World Cup. Get Osimhen in the door immediately, mate. Get Osimhen in the door immediately. Is he balling out like that? Is he finally getting minutes? Last time I checked, he was getting all of his minutes off the bench. He started the last game against Mönchengladbach. He got 55 minutes. And that's been his only start. Wait, the Mönchengladbach game, did he even start? Did he even start that? No, he didn't. He came off the bench in that too. So he's had one start for Dortmund in the Bundesliga. Everything else is off the bench. He started the first leg against Barcelona when they lost 4-0. You sure they're loving him? Are you sure they're loving him? It has to do with the games and playing time. That's why he's choosing us. So we've basically guaranteed him a starting spot. So he's been guaranteed a starting spot. Jez is saying he's doing great. Okay, Jez watches Dortmund regularly, so I'll hear that. I hear that. Jez basically watches Dortmund over Spurs now. Darko is saying Bayern are keeping an eye on the Colwill situation. I was also told to check pies for a Colwill poll. Would you sell Colwill for 70 million? I mean, yo, right now, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. I wouldn't be against it. And then use that to bring in Huijsen. That's fine. I already got people. No, people saying no. Huh? No, no. Hell no. Yes, yes. I got Doku doing the gritty. Big up Bush, man. I ain't seen that brother in a minute. 60s, 70s a lot, 100%. My man's saying no. Let me see what yes is saying. 68% saying yes. 68% saying yes. If the stuff I heard is true, yeah, fuck it. Give me that money and run. And then like fucking have Huijsen and then use the rest to like go get a forward. And maybe, hopefully, you could go get a centre back with experience too. Blue Co Extra. What's Blue Co Extra got? I didn't expect there to be so much topics today, but hey, I'm glad I went live. Hit the likes as well, chat. Hit the likes. Big up all you lot. We're not even at 250 yet. Come on, guys. Run up the likes. Run up the likes. What's Blue Co Extra saying? Chelsea Confidential can reveal that Disasi and Chalobah are among the defenders who could be allowed to leave this summer. This is another fake bomber, bruv. We already knew that. Big up anyway, but we already knew that. Anything on here? Anything on here? No. Yeah, that's about it. No. Yeah, it's another fake bomber. We already knew that shit. Off your pop. Off your pop. But yeah, that's about it. Right, I'm gonna drop this link anyway. So big up everyone that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that shit. Let's see what everybody is saying. Let's get the panel out. Let's get the panel out. No, but I just don't care, Sean. That's the thing. Like, keep him if you want as like depth and experience. Don't care, but if he ends up being sold, well, I also won't care. One or the other. I won't be too fast. Decent player. Decent squad option. But the thing is, I could say that about all of them. They're all decent squad options. So, yeah, but we'll see what everybody's saying. Link is getting dropped. Link is getting dropped. Keyshawn wants Yildiz as well. Fair play. Nearly done, guys. Nearly done. And yeah, while we're doing this, let's get to 250 likes. Let's get to 250 likes. I'd like to believe we're already there, but don't know yet. Actually, just don't know. Well. Calm. Yes, Scott. What are you saying, bro?
Not much, bro.
How are you feeling about these Huijsen and Yildiz links?
Absolutely terrible. Like, it's more of the same nonsense that this club wants to do. Yeah, like it's really hard at the moment to like get excited about transfers, just because it's the same and like nothing's changing. Like I don't really understand what the point is. Like with some of these, like I realized, by the way, I was on the way back because I know you said you were streaming. I was on the way back from work and I was having to think about it in the car. Our team is going to get younger this window.
Younger?
Yeah, if you think about it.
Yeah, because Nkunku's going to leave.
You got Nkunku and Felix probably leaving. If Yildiz comes in, he's 19, so he's younger than them. If we get Gittins and get rid of Sancho, or if we get Gittins and just get rid of a left winger, Gittins is younger than both our current left wingers. If our centre backs were getting in a Sarr and Huijsen potentially, we'll be getting rid of probably Disassi and then like one of Trev or Badiashile. Huijsen and Sarr are both younger. Bro, we're gonna get from being like, we might end up with having an average age of squad of like 22 years old or 21 years old.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I can't wait for our eldest centre back next season to be Cole.
Hey, but at least we tried to like throw a push at Van Dijk. At least we did that. Shows some push to get experience, but yeah, I hear the worry. I completely hear the worry. Like,
Scott, are you talking about the new Unk? Is that the new Unk?
What if we get Gehi though?
If we get Gehi, I'll be like over the moon. And do you know how sad it is that I'll be over the moon for Gehi?
Yep, someone close to our age. Yay.
Yeah, facts. I'll be like, oh, fantastic. We've got someone that's my age playing for the football club.
Someone I went to secondary school at the same range with. Love it. Here's the thing though, like I think Huijsen would work with an experienced centre back next to him, but it just means you have to go in the market again.
He quite literally doesn't fix any issue we have at centre back, by the way.
Big up Gehi, big up Napoleon, big up.
He does. He raises the quality. He raises the quality of our squad. He definitely, because then we can insert Caldwell into at least a squad player for fun or whatever you want to say, right? He raises the quality of our squad from having Tosin and Disassi and Badiashile and that too.
But I don't think you can say from a talent perspective, but in terms of what we actual like the things in defense we lack, he doesn't fix any of that. Like aerially, Ariel was the only one actually I don't know. I haven't checked how good he is aerially. 1v1 defending is okay. Like
check his stats.
Most of this season, like I've seen him get bullied by strikers. We're trying to get bullied by Jackson, to be honest. Like he doesn't fix the leadership issue. The aerial one is the only one I'm not sure about. To be honest, but like it's just another nothing signing.
Yeah, like if we're gonna bring him in, we need like experience, because if he comes in, he's just gonna end up like the rest. And bro, like if we need experience, we should be going for experience first instead of this guy, bro. Like bring me like a Russian center back, bro. Like a big muscle, Don't bring me no skinny man, bro. I don't want that.
Yes, because Russian center backs have been so good throughout their history. Yes. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, name me one. How about that? Name me one. Let's do it. Name me one. You mentioned ethnicity. Name me one. There you go. You said Russian. You could have just said any Eastern European. Why do you go for Russia? You have
you know what I mean. You know what I mean, though. Bring me somebody ugly. Bring me a muscle. Look at this guy, man.
I know. I get you.
What are you gonna do with this guy,
bro? Look. I think he's an upgrade on like the centre backs that we have, but it's just not the experience or leadership upgrades. That's the problem. That's like I see the idea behind it, but it's just again, there's still holes that aren't being filled in that we needed to get filled in anyway. Pause.
Actually, I don't hate to do this. Fabian Shaw right now would be an upgrade on the centre backs we have. That's not saying a lot.
Jeez.
I understand, but like,
That's not
how old's
disrespecting
Fabian?
Fabian Schär, but it's Fabian Schär for fuck's sake.
No, I get. There's like two things for me with it. That's why you gotta get a second one if you get him. That would be what would perfect it. I'd be 100% with it if you just go and get an experienced centre back too. But then, like, especially if we don't make UCL, you're running a very fine margin in terms of the money that we have to spend.
And the thing is with this one is if we get Huijsen, based on what we've heard, or not heard, but based on the way these guys have worked, we'll probably end up spending more than the release clause. So we'll have to spend like 55 mil.
Wait, how much is he? Like
He's got a release clause.
50 million.
So we'd have to pay more than that. So you'd imagine it'll probably be like around the 55 mark. So they can then split it across 5 years. So it'll be 11 million a year across that contract. Which
if our directors had sense, we either send Kepa and send what's his name? The right back, Achampong, send both of them over there, bro. And that's all we need. I'll send Fofana. Because, brother, I'm giving up.
So I have a question for you. This feels like, after reading like a lot on this whole position, this whole Huijsen situation, it feels more and more likely that Levi will be available for sale in the summer. Like, and I think the big thing that I'm starting to realize is that maybe the center backs that we think are going to be going, like maybe like a Tosin, for instance, aren't probably going to be going. Like, it could be like a situation of like Disasi, Chalaba, Colwell, and Badiashile still backs up Huijsen. Do you see where I'm going with this? Where it's maybe this is realistically the replacement to Colwell is where I'm going with this, not necessarily a partner for Colwell.
I think Colwell is like, I think he's like the last defender that we should like get rid of, bro. Like the first one we should.
Why would you say that though?
Sorry,
We need to get Disasi out. We need to get Tosin out. Like these.
But yeah, that's why I agree with you in a sense. But I also disagree in the sense that Colwell is untouchable. Like you make it sound like Colwell's untouchable. Like if we got 70, let's say 60 million for Colwell, it would be pure profit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
What's the pure profit of Chalaba, and then whatever you sell Disasi for? That's literally funding the entire window with just those two sales. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily like that, and that's kind of why I'm questioning this whole thing of like, all right, is this more of a replacement for Colwell, and there's still one more coming? Like or is it we're gonna rely on Fofana and maybe Sarr as the backup to Fofana, and it being Huijsen, which that's where I am adamant about not doing that, just because of the health situation of Fofana in general. Because we won't be able to sell Fofana, by the way, because he's going to be injured until like October. So like it would have to be like a January sale of Fofana in the end. So that's why
Matt Laurent hinted that he wants Huijsen to play with Fofana, or to replace him in games that you can't
Lewis,
play.
doesn't that make it sound like Colwell is kind of like left out on an island in a World Cup year?
Oh yes, definitely.
Like.
And I already told you the stuff I heard with the
mind
representatives and him wanting to leave.
That's where this conversation is really coming from, right? Is like that those specific what Matt Loss said. He's like he'd rather it's to play with Fofana makes me believe like, oh, Colwell's the one, the odd man out here. And not for nothing, the way that Liverpool's window has been going. Obviously, I do a show with a Liverpool fan, so I know quite a bit about how their window and who they've been linked with. So like. With the way that their window has been going, they've only been linked with players that they've been linked with in the past. So, like, what makes us believe that if we get Huijsen, who's Liverpool's target, which they're trying to get another center back, why wouldn't they go for maybe Colwell after that? Like that's where my mind is all at. It's like this all could be like a domino effect of us having to replace maybe more than just maybe. A center back on top of Huijsen. Like that's where my mind's at kind of with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bugging, like overall. But
Liverpool would probably be the club who could get the most money out of them too.
Yeah, and I do see a world where we sell Levi though. Like I do see
Same.
I absolutely see a world where that happens.
Same. Me too. And I'm completely indifferent to it.
Sorry, Scott. I just want to address because I was just doing comparisons for Huijsen versus Gabriel and Saliba this season. Huijsen has the same Huijsen wins the same amount of headers per game as Gabriel and way more than Saliba. And between the three of them, he has the best. He has the most blocks, clearances, interceptions, and tackles.
Yeah, but that's not really what he's saying, Daniel. That's not what he's saying, CP. It's percentages of win. It's win percentage is what he's saying. Where win percentage is based off of, it doesn't matter how many times he's won the header. Or how many times. It's how many times he's been tested and how many times he's won. Like that's where the conversation's being held at. He's not as bad as Chalba. I'll give you that. Chalba is one of the worst center backs I've ever seen aerially. One of the worst. But talent-wise, guys, like the talent that, like once again, the talent-wise that you're looking at scouting-wise, and Lewis, something that you said about Yildiz also is I disagree. I think he's actually the exact kind of profile that we would want at left wing. Just like
Really?
Yeah, personally, that's the exact kind of profile. I just don't like the number. Like the number is that they're gonna be quoting us at is gonna be disgusting. Like almost 80 million. That's where my
Syria attack.
Yeah, well that and it's
explain to me like what you think would like I'm missing on this then.
I think he's just way better in tight spaces than any player that we have outside of Sancho, but he has the PNP with the tight space, the capability of being able to work in tight spaces. Whereas without a striker, it gives him the ability to kind of work on his own and be able to score. That's where I see it as, but I've been wrong. I've been wrong. That's just my personal opinion on it.
No, I've seen him being good at tight spaces too, to be fair. So.
Yeah, like that.
No, that would be probably helpful against low blocks potentially.
And to me, though, also the other thing that I would say is, I really wouldn't look at winger as a place where I would want to get older at. Okay, that's like one of the spots where I'm like, I don't really care if we get older in that spot. Because a lot of it's physical, right? Like how much you can get up and down, like the pace and the power that you potentially have, and the willingness to track back. Like there's like a lot of that is part of what it takes to be a winger in this league, like specifically. And like the older you get, the less likely you have those PMP abilities, and the higher likelihood that it's going to end up going away from you in a shorter period of time. Do you see where I'm going with that? Where like at striker or at center back or at goalkeeper, like these are areas that I'm like, yes, experience all day long. You can't skimp on the experience. Like that's just like we need it.
So like what Sean's saying, experience more in the middle areas and youth more in the wider areas.
Yeah, exactly. That because like think about all the best wingers in the world right now, Lewis. Think about how the age brackets that the best wingers in the world are. The Yamals, the Doués, Vara, like they're all. I mean, they're Vinny and Rodrigo are in the 25 age range. Like they're all still under like 25, 26 range. Like everybody who's really like you would say is at a really high level is younger in the wings. That's where
I think for me, my argument was more output if we're not going to end up getting the striker that we're looking for. But your argument about handling tighter spaces, how good he is at the dribbling, I hear that as well. And that's like, they're very good attributes to have too.
Yeah.
So I hear your argument. I really do.
I also think it probably will still be Gittins, unfortunately. I do think Gittins can become a quality player. Okay, like that's where I'm gonna be. He can become a quality player. Is he there now? To be seen, right? But the one thing that we kind of lack at left wing right now, outside of Neto, is a player that can stretch the pitch. Like, especially if we're going to keep Sancho, we don't really have another player that can stretch the pitch. And I don't know how much the shelf life of Nani Madueke is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be 6 months more or if it's going to be a year more, but I don't expect it to be more longer than that. And if Sancho is one of the players that we end up keeping, then we only have 1 or 2 wingers that can stretch the pitch. So like that's where Quenda kind of comes in. He can stretch the pitch. Another player is getting to who's capable of stretching the pitch. Like that's kind of like what he's kind of looking for is the pacing behind. If we do decide, if teams do decide to come out and play us, really, like that's kind of like what he's the thought of it is behind it.
You think Quenda is coming in to start? I don't think he's coming in to start though.
I think people are underrating how good this kid's going to be by the time he comes in.
Is he playing now?
He's going to have 100 plus
he's
games.
starting now.
He's going to have 100 plus games in the league. It's not like he's going to be some kid that's just coming in. He's going to be an experienced player, like professional by the time he's at Chelsea Football Club.
No, is he?
Yeah, because he is starting in a top 5 league. To be fair, like when you're at that point as a young player, all you're going to
doing
want
it for a year, and he'll have a whole nother year by the time he comes in.
Yeah, you're only going to want more minutes at that point.
He's played 30 matches this season, Quenda, by the way.
Yeah. Now, how much did he play
In
the
the
year
league.
before, CP?
Just give me 1 second. I'll check.
This is his first season, I think.
I'm pretty sure they brought him in at the end of last year, if I'm not mistaken.
No, this is his first season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
So he'll have
before that, he was in the under 23
so he'll
side.
have close to
This is his
70
first year.
games at least then. He'll be real close to 100 depending on how many European games he plays, realistically. So I think that we're like it's
He's
funny
close
the way
to
that
50 now. To be Joey, he's close to 50 games now because he played 10 in the
like that's
Champions
what I'm
League
saying
this
because he
season,
plays every game.
five in their
It's not
FA
like
Cup, and then 30 in the league. So he's gonna have about 100 appearances.
Yeah,
Top-flight football.
he'll be close to 100 by the time he shows up at Chelsea. So it's like I just and his quality so far from like what I've watched, like just delivery in the box. That's the one thing that I'm very impressed with him is the consistency of delivery into the box is very good. He's a lightning player, but you know how lightning players can be. They can be hit or miss in this league. You know, like you have to have a little bit. You have to have some physicality to match how fast you are. Like otherwise, you'll just get shoved, thrown into the stands, pretty much in this league. So, like I don't know. This is all everything we do. It's so much more. It feels so much more risky than what we should be doing. Is the point? Is the worst point of this? Is like we shouldn't be taking as much risks on players when we need more solidity. Like that's just what it comes down to. Like there's every player that we keep on bringing up is a risk because of it's speaking on talent level rather than productivity at the current moment. Like that's just where we're at with all of it. That's why if I don't care about any of this, right? I don't care about any of this, right? Like if they got Victor, like if you told me they got Victor plus all this.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Like,
that's why my thing is just I'm indifferent with Huijsen. I'm a bit indifferent with Yildiz. I just want a striker.
I think that's kind of what it is, Lewis. Is like it doesn't like all this other stuff is like yes, we need it, but we know what we actually need. And until that need is filled, we're gonna feel indifferent on every single signing because we went through all summer last summer waiting for that striker to come in and it never ended up showing up. So
yeah.
I totally get where you guys are coming from. Like it's very frustrating to watch the way that we scouts. Literally, bro. Like I said, I've been saying it forever. Our directors of football play Football Manager on a daily basis. They restart the save every morning and to figure out what scenario is going to be the best scenario for them to be able to get this done. Like that's the way that they do their job. I don't see it any other way. Like
did you see people like bringing back the old Sassy stuff from a year ago? Something about like them just getting gassed over his tackling comps or some shit. Let me see if I can find it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Let me see if I can find it.
It still doesn't make any sense though. Like the whole Disasi thing just doesn't make any sense. It's like everyone has seen that he's a decent box defender. Why is anybody playing him at right back? Like
honestly,
it's a consistency of all these managers keep playing this guy at right back, but he's a box defender.
including Emery.
Yeah,
Here it
including
was.
Emery. Including Emery. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't actually make sense.
During the process of recruiting Disasi, Stewart had played Winstanley a set of video clips. If you want to know his personality, this is what he's like. The clip showed Disasi pulling off tackles, headers, roaring with pleasure.
Oh fuck.
Yo,
How long ago was this? This was what, last year?
Yep, February 2020.
Yep. 14 months ago.
Oh, that's where
Oh my
I
god.
just don't get that. This is why I know they don't watch football.
Look at the
bro.
passion.
Bro, Lewis, this is why I know this is a FM Wide Scout ran fucking sporting directing crew. I know that this is. I don't need to fucking. They look at graphs, they look at FM, they look at Wide Scout. That's the way they run this football club. That's it. They don't watch football, bro. If they watch football, you would know Sanchez is not a good enough keeper at any level, period.
I don't even know what FM could have taken.
If you watch football, you know you want to play front-footed football, and Disasi's one of the slowest center backs in the French league. So why would you want to play front-footed football and bring a guy who's one of the slowest center backs in the French league? They don't watch football, Lewis. They don't watch football. They look at graphs. They go to FM. They see where FM rates their potential, and they watch Y Scout videos.
For me, the directors they're just going for players that are easy to get, bro. Like these are players that they work with before, like Disasi, Badiashile, Aleman, Palmer. Like
all players from the agents that they're tight with.
Yeah,
what's the name?
Mendes. Difficult deals, but
Lewis, I'll be honest, like that's been what this club has done from day dot. Look at the fucking window. Our entire window basically consisted of being buddy with George Mendes and doing these fucking swap deals to try and make good with other clubs.
We're doing it again. We're doing it again.
Like all of this club
and
and
here's
all
the
of these
thing, though,
owners.
Scott. Here's the problem now, Scott. Is now we have to be buddy with George Mendes because he has the keys to get Felix out of our club. So like we have to be buddy with him. We have to do what he asks.
No, I'll be real. We don't like Joey. We don't know. Like
now he has us in this fucking loop. Now he has us tied into his fuckery, right? Like,
no. The thing is, we don't. All you have to do is kick what's his face the fuck out the club. Like, just tell Felix you're not training. Like, tell him go fuck yourself. You're not training. Like, and just tell him ultimately don't come here. He'll want to leave after like 6 months.
Yeah, but we still need to get as much money as we can from that Felix deal because we spent dumb money on it, bro.
50 fucking million.
We spent dumb money on it.
At some point, like you have to try and like take a loss with some of these players because you can't make profit.
I mean, but that's the thing is we're probably gonna have to take a loss on Felix to get it done. Like that's the thing. Regardless on how this all plays out, it's gonna end up being George Mendes has us under his thumb because we have to get rid of Felix, and the only way we get rid of Felix at a high enough value without having to really succumb to a huge loss is bending to George Mendes's fucking wants and needs. This is why we're seeing Liao links. This is why we're seeing Yildiz links. This is what's going to happen this summer. Like anybody Scott, just go to Jorge Mendes' list of players that he owns, and you can start scrolling through it right now and see who else we can get. You might as well.
I can do that.
You might as well. You might as well just go and look up Jorge Mendes' list of players that he follows and be like, all right, who are we getting? Because it's gonna someone's coming.
Diaz.
I would take that. But
none of those first
4, 5, 6, 7.
Keep going down, Lewis. Go down to the bottom of the page.
8, 9. None of these players. Nico Gonzalez, 10. Look who else is in cahoots with him. Man City's in cahoots with them too. Nico Gonzalez, Diego Costa.
We were linked with him.
Lewis, there is 2 people on that list I genuinely think would join us. One's Ramos, no thank you. One's Silva, who spent most of the season being benched by Benfica. No thank you.
What about Joe Costa? Why are we not going for that guy?
Let's not go for Costa.
Keep going, scrolling down. Keep scrolling down the list.
Next page. There's even potential manager ones.
Fantastic.
Let's go. Sergio
That'll be your next shortlist.
Conceição.
I'm Mourinho 3.0. Who says no?
About to be
I
sacked,
think
by
he's
the way.
gonna take the Portugal job.
Oh,
to be honest.
Asensio, that's nice.
Asensio.
Asensio,
I still wouldn't take Asensio. I don't think he's that good, to be
Cancelo.
honest.
I like Lunin, the brother that bench Kepa.
Great.
Guedes.
Edson Fernandez. He shagged someone I knew a few years ago.
Great.
That's how you know things.
Ronaldo. Yeah, he was at Tottenham in 2020, and one of my mates went through half the squad.
God damn.
I didn't know BTSU is actually one of them.
Diego Moreira.
Go Diego, man. Let's go. Poor dance.
Who else?
He's
Jose
cool.
Sarr. Isco. Podence. I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Podence is in Saudi now.
Who else? Ricardo Pereira, Renato Sanchez.
Now we're
James
digging.
Rodriguez.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're digging, bro.
Not
Now we're digging.
fucking hell.
This
You
is
got
like-
MAGA,
this is
make
starting to
America great again.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going back to work.
Yeah, we're down to nobody's in there. Fucking hell. Barely
Yeah,
anybody works.
like I was saying, all this club has wanted to do since his owners come in is just be buddy with everyone, with the fucking media, with the PR, with all the other clubs. Like, that's all they want to do. That's all they care about.
I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal to do that, Scott, as long as you're getting what needs to be done. Like, that's my problem with this. It's like in the end, Scott, like we can get upset about all this, but if they end up getting the striker that we need, like, what are we gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like, it should have happened last year, but what were you gonna say? Like, this is what it comes down to. Is like they're not getting the job done. Like, I don't give a fuck about who you're buddy with, how much agent fees you spend, none of that. As long as you're getting your job done, like it. In the end, they're not. Okay, that's it. Like, yeah, like in the end, you didn't get the strike. You didn't get a striker. In the end, you didn't get a center back that could be able to help push us forward. And you pretty much ruined any opportunity of midfield balance because you left Lavia on his own as a 6.
That's why we end up with the lot, because trust me, bro. Like,
bro, I can't wait. I can't wait till we're back here again in a year's time. I literally can't wait.
Because I don't see us going for Osimhen, bro. Like,
yo, big up, Lewis. Big up, boys.
No, big up, man.
Oh man.
I mean, if we sign the players that we're looking at, we rationalize it, we're going to be here exact same point next year.
Yeah.
Like, exact same point, arguing about who we need to get to help some of these young guys. Like, I don't know. I'm tired of the profile conversation because no one can argue against the talent of these young players. We know they're talented. They wouldn't be playing at the level they are if they're not. But if you watch football long enough, you know that's not enough at a top club. Especially one struggling to make it to actual, like, achieve things. To get Champions League. To be comfortable in the Champions League. To win cups even. Not even win the league title. But when we're presented with these guys again, like every year, we're like, oh yeah, of course. Like last year, it was Thomas Araujo. That's what we had to get. 100%. He was the guy. A whole year on, he hasn't even gotten one appearance for his national team. Not even off the bench. But he was guaranteed to help us this year. The next thing is Huijsen. He's guaranteed to help us next year. It's the same thing. It's going to be no different to me. That's why I'm averse to any of these guys. Not that they're not talented. They're just not ready for the steps people think they can take once they come to Chelsea. They haven't taken it at the club they are right now. Like Van Dijk did when he was at like a Southampton or something. That was a mid-table club. But we saw him and we knew, oh shit, this is world class. We have to get him. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him. None of these young center backs have shown anything close to that.
Yeah.
Nope.
So it's like, what's the point? Because we have a young, talented center back, and then next year we're gonna look at him and say, well, he's shit. Look at how many mistakes he's made. Like, look at City with Kusanov and the guy who was better than
Vitor Reis.
They got them working
Cole
on
and
the
all these
fucking
guys,
Ake
like-
and Diaz and them lot.
Yeah, they're not even playing.
Even with those experienced guys, when they went and signed Kusanov, this is their worst back line for a long time. It's the worst it's ever
a few
been.
weeks ago.
It's
Chelsea
like
see him as a generational young talent, agent fee
Oh.
plus playing time important in the potential pitch.
Daniel Thomas Araujo has made one appearance for Portugal, but yeah, he's
Our
young.
whole team is made up of fucking generational talent, bro.
Can I
Our
just
whole
point
team-
something out, by the way? Is that Huijsen quote, what you say, Chelsea him as a generational young talent and then playing times, is that not what we heard about fucking Colwell 12 months ago?
And Washington, David Washington too.
I would say
Yeah,
24 months.
Cole wanted guarantees over
No, not
minutes,
David
but
Washington.
it's
No one ever
another
said that.
indicator that
Yeah,
all of
I
that.
just think
We
I
hear
think
the
that,
same
that
stuff
that's
about
where I'm
all these
going with
players.
this, Scott. Is I think like once again like none of this is right still. Like I don't agree.
I'm
Like,
bursting for a pitch.
I don't necessarily like bro. How many times have I said it? B-Tech has been playing multiple years at a top club and is willing to leave. Is probably going to leave at the end of the season, and Tottenham are looking at him before we are. Like this is like literally one of the best center backs in the world right now, and you're willing to let Tottenham go get him instead of that. And he's cheaper, and he's more experienced, and he's a better age. So it's like, what are we doing? We're
Well, here's
going
my
for
problem.
a guy
Here's
who's
my-
already played in the Premier League. That's what we're doing.
here's
That's
my
literally
problem.
it. That's the only difference. Is a guy who's already played in the Premier League, and he's shown that he's good, right? He's at least shown he's good. But I just don't know if it means does this mean he's playing with Levi? Does this mean he's taking Levi's spot? Like, because he's played left-sided center back most of the year. Like, what is it like? That's my point in the end. Like, I none of this actually makes sense
But hold
in
up.
the end.
What's the point of the directors? Are we supposed to be the club that goes for Huijsen before he goes to Bournemouth, right? That's what we're supposed to do before. Like, get these players.
Well, yeah, but we do that with some of them. We don't do that with all of them. That's why we're getting the star kid, right? Strasbourg got him from our feeder club. He's doing well this season. He's 17. We're buying him.
Yeah, but then
But we complain when we do that. We complain when we get him a year late when he's developed, but we complain when we do it beforehand too.
So you get him a year late, and then what is the plan for him?
Yeah.
Or a year early?
No, with
Another
Sarr,
19.
you can say he's like a fifth choice. But no, I'm saying with Sarr in specific, you could say he's like a fifth choice center back or whatever, sixth choice.
Nah,
I'm
but
fine with that.
Daniel's
That'd be
right though.
stupid.
Like,
I'll be
you
But
get
honest.
what
this guy.
development?
Let me tell you this.
Is
Let
he
me tell
gonna
you this,
make
right?
as a fifth choice center back? If Huijsen was a fifth choice center back last year, would you want to sign him this year?
Also, can I be honest? The Saul thing being fifth choice is dumb. Why would you get a guy that's playing over 2,000 minutes in a top 5 league and then making your fifth choice centre back? That would be dumb.
Because one of our 5 center backs is a Wesley Fofana who gets injured all the time. So
And sell him.
basically, he's like a
Or
fourth
get
choice
rid of
center
him.
back.
Like,
We're not selling Fofana. We can't sell
Well, it's
Fofana.
not-
We
it's-
keep on
it's-
saying this. We want to
It's
sell
not,
Fofana.
it's not that
He's
we
injured
can't.
time.
It's the fact of the matter is he'll be injured during the window. Like
Thank
it's
you.
not even like it's not that it's literally we can't. It's like
He's
it's
not
not
gonna pass his
necessarily like
medical.
it's Fofana's injury prone, so we can't sell him. No, that's not the case. He's going to be injured during the transfer window. Like during that time, he won't be able to pass medical because he won't be available until October, which means couple months after the window closes. Which makes me
Danish has
believe
it right,
he'll
by the
be
way.
Hey, what's the Mendes
centre
saying? You're good.
That fifth centre back spot should be Achimpong. So you rotate him in.
No, he's a right back. He's my right back because we know
Listen,
we're
Josh,
literally we
Then we're
literally
selling
had this.
Big up.
Josh is my young
Well, we'll
boy, man.
see. Well, we'll see because first, once again, we have a very similar problem with the person we dearly like in Reece James and him staying fit. So that's for next season when we're going to be in a higher competition, at least in Europa, not in conference, because we're saying we're going to win conference. We're going to be playing more tougher opponents, quote unquote, and more games. So we need the backup because we said Gusto's having a shit season. So if we're developing Josh Achapong, then the season after we can sell Gusto. He'll only be like 21 or 22. Right?
I'll be
You have a
23
succession
or
plan in a
24,
sense.
but yeah.
Wait, hang on. Are you not looking at
I'll
this
be real.
league
If you're playing in the
past 2
Champions
clubs?
League, the fifth choice center back is not playing.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, but I'm saying one of our 5 is literally Fofana. So he in a sense is our 5th choice center back in SAR, but in the season when we start, he's our 4th at the very least
Yeah,
because
But see,
the other guys
centre
injured-
backs are
injured
the
until
area
October.
you don't really rotate, right? Like especially if we're in Champions League, those 2 centre backs. Like let's say our centre back partnership next season is Huijsen and Cole. Let's just say if they play well, which I'll be honest, we need them to play well. They'll be starting every single game that they're fit for.
Not necessarily. I would say no, because first of all, we're going to be coming off a Club World Cup season that's going to go into a World Cup season while we're playing more competitions than ever before. Even if we're playing Europa League, we're going to be playing 2 more games than we did in the Conference League alone. We're expecting some of these players to develop, or we have slightly better depth in general. So we're expecting us to go further in cup competitions at the very least, and not get out by October like we did with Newcastle with the Carabao Cup. So that's what I'm saying. We're literally not having an off season this season. We're having 3 weeks off because we're playing Club World Cup, going into the next season in the next summer where we're playing the World Cup. So you actually need all the depth and rotation you can get right now.
No, not for
Because
centre-back,
people.
bro.
No, yes, you do. We literally see players dropping like flies.
Go and look at other teams. Sorry. Go and look at other teams. Go and look at other teams.
Yes.
Go and look at what other teams do.
Yeah, go for it.
Who's 5th choice centre back at Liverpool right now? Is it Joe Gomez or is it Kwanzaa? Actually,
Scott. They're not in the Club World Cup. Guess who's name? It's Man City. Man City is the only other team in England besides the Club World Cup. Arsenal's not going to the Club World Cup. Liverpool's not going to the Club World Cup.
Gomez, and then Kwanzaa.
So they've got 4 centre backs. They've got 4 centre backs, including one injury.
Scott, they're once again the key thing is they're not going to a Club World Cup. They're not going to a Club World Cup.
One at a time.
How many centre backs do Man City have?
Man City have 5 or 6. They have 5 or 6.
They have Stones, Akanji, Ake,
Diaz,
Kusanov, that's 6.
And Guardiola, who can play back in the 7.
Reece hasn't played, or he's played like a couple games. Kusanov's played like a couple games. The only reason they've rotated their centre back so much is because of injuries.
But Scott,
which we have. That's what I am saying with Fofana and Reece James. Thank you. That's the whole point.
That's why I didn't use Fofana as the example. I said if our starting centre back next season are Colwell and Huijsen, I don't think that's good enough anyway. But if those are our starting centre backs, they are going to start every game they're fit for if they play well. The only reason they won't is if they play like shit or get injured. If they're playing like
even in the early cup runs, like
I rebuke.
That's what I'm
saying. You and I both outside of playing like outside of playing partnership games.
But I guess here's my thing, Scott. Right? Like even if it's a 5th centre back, Fofana will be injured until October. We know that already, right?
I'm with you.
So like a 5th centre back is going to be necessary during those cup runs because that's when the early part of the cup runs are going to be. So like, yes, like, all right. So like SAR beyond January, you're probably 100% right. But like independent, and that's still dependent on injuries, right? Like overall. But like, if you're talking before January, like SAR is going to get his opportunities to play. Like, it's just that's what he's going to like the early cup runs is going to be something that he's going to be available for. And I'm sure against lower level Premier League teams, he's going to be something that's where he's going to be available. I think 5 center backs realistically with Fofana is the right number. I just don't know. In my once again, I'm still going back to. I don't really think I'm starting to believe more and more that Levi Colwill is not going to be here next year. Like that. I'm more and more. I'm starting to believe that. Like that's just where my head's at with it. So if that's the case, they need to go get a other center back, a right-sided center back, that's gonna be a starter. Like that's it. And then Sarr is gonna be behind him. We sell everybody else off, in my opinion, outside of Badiashile and Huijsen. That's it.
I don't know about that. I think Badiashile is more likely to leave than Cole. But you know what's funny, right? I'm just saying this right now. If Chelsea even dare to run a centre-back partnership of Huijsen versus Cole, you might as well forfeit all the difficult matches against physical teams because you're not getting any change out of them. If you play Nottingham Forest, Chris Wood will have the easiest game of his life against Huijsen and Cole. The easiest game of his life.
We're gonna get
because listen, we have an issue of physicality as it is. Dean Huijsen does not solve the issue of physicality. Please do not bring him to Chelsea. Thank you very much. Go and get physical athletes. You know, someone like Bissek at Inter Milan. That's a physical athlete. Even I know he's a bit young. I know he's just saying Mamadou Sarr is a physical athlete. And Kate, my brother, this ain't about me saying Huijsen or Cole who's better. I'm saying whether or not you rate them. I don't particularly rate either one that highly, but you cannot put them in the same team. I'm sorry. You can't. You can't. They're two centre backs who, in my opinion, they're more interested in ball playing than fucking than out and out defending.
Yeah.
But didn't we have some physical center backs last season, and kind of this, like, we had the whole thing was we had Badia, Shield, and Disasi, and they weren't good enough. Tolson's supposed to be physical, 6'5" guy.
Badia is not that physical. Badia is not that physical. What the hell?
Yeah, he's more of a ball playing centre back, bro. Like,
he's not that physical. What are you on about? Disasi is physical. Yes,
yes, he is. He was the one trying to manhandle Holland last season. What are you talking about? Yeah,
he's just had the Bozo gene the last year or so.
If you lot think Badiashile is physical, then I don't know, innit? He's not that physical. I'll be real with you.
Well, under Potter,
I'll give you an example. Just to give you an example of someone, and by this ain't me saying he's spectacular. Someone who's physical from a Chelsea point of view is like Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma was very physical.
Zouma was definitely physical.
That's what I'm saying. Zouma's physical. Now, this is what we need. We lack athletes in the team, and you want to bring Dean Huijsen to Chelsea. Allow it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's just because he passes nice and he like looks good and he puts his hand for his head.
Why? Who gives a shit about what is this? Listen, look. I'm someone who defends Trent Alexander-Arnold a lot, but one of his biggest criticisms is the fact that apparently he can't defend. Why the fuck are people interested in centre-backs who can pass but can't defend? I don't want to say can't defend, but
wait. Huijsen, you can't. Excuse me. The stats for Huijsen are kind of ridiculous right now. You can't say he can't defend. You can say he's not as good in the air.
That's why I said he tracked that back. He tracked that back.
No, this is what I'm saying. It's not that he can't. It's not that he can't.
Got very good reading of the game as well.
Yeah.
CP, let me rephrase it because I want to make sure I don't want to make sure that I get this wrong with him. I'm saying centre backs who are more interested in ball playing than defending. Can we get defenders first? Centre backs.
He's not even more of like a ball player as such. He can ball carry.
If you look at his if you literally look at his interception per game, blocks per game, tackles per game, it's more than Saliba and Gabriel. I just checked the Arsenal center and Konate. I just checked some of the top center backs in this league.
I guess my thing is,
he's a quality centre back.
I
agree with you, bro. I agree with you, Abs. I agree with you.
Well, it kind of is when comparing to the best center backs.
We shouldn't
you can't say he can't defend or more interested
in my opinion, we should never see Huijsen and Colwell based off of the physical ability. To me, it's Colwell's lack of understanding of the game. Like, still, in my opinion, like he doesn't grasp everything yet. And he's not tracking runners. He falls asleep in moments. Like that for me, it's that. But like it just doesn't fill you with confidence putting two guys that are that age in that type of profile together next to each other. And you're right. There has to be another profile next to him that's not a ball playing center back. Like it shouldn't be two ball playing center backs. It should be a ball playing center back and a guy.
That's why I could hear Fofana and Huijsen, but we just
that's what's in
fitness yet.
Fitness, yeah, exactly.
Even Fofana and Huijsen doesn't fit the issue we have at the back, which is leadership. Another issue.
Yep, and like that's why I keep saying ultimately you got to go and get someone else with Huijsen if you want to do that.
Like the literal only way that Huijsen makes any sort of sense is if you're partnering with Gay. And some people in the chat might not like that. That's the only way it makes sense is if you're partnering.
It makes sense financially.
I have another name I could give you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's what I want, actually, to be honest, Scott.
I can actually give you another name. I think David Hanko is a better option than Gahey, but that's just my personal opinion. I watch that league, so.
But it doesn't address our thing about leadership and all that.
David Hanko would.
So it's another 19-year-old that is looking good.
We ain't getting Bastoni,
sorry, I thought you said Hato. Sorry, not Hanko, my bad.
We ain't getting. I wish we could, but we ain't getting Bastoni.
Not Hato, not Jarrell Hato. I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Hanko,
more of a left back.
DK. Okay, got it.
Then he is a center back option. To be honest with you.
I think
just as he's a greater shout, but like
we're not getting
don't see it happening.
We're not spending 120 mil on two center backs. Like it's just not gonna happen. So it's like if we get him and
it's not even
Gahey, we're not getting both.
It's not even that Man City have the money and the will to try to buy players. If you tell me Man City can't buy Bastoni when they were winning 4-peats, you think anyone else is gonna? He's in his last year of his contract, so 30 million. No, 30 million, 30 million. He's gonna be on his last year of his contract this season. This summer is his last year.
That's why I was wondering. I thought it was somewhere around 40. Like that's where I thought it was.
Yeah, he's gonna be around 30 to 35 million.
He was around 40.
No, he'll be pretty cheap. He'll be on his last year of his contract with Palace. So you could literally sell.
But that doesn't necessarily.
That doesn't mean anything though.
I was gonna say they did the same thing.
It was around 40. Like
they did the same thing by the way with Wilfried Zaha. Like it don't matter to them.
Yeah, it don't matter to them. That's what I'm saying.
No, Fraser, I'm not saying you don't need Bastoni. I'm saying if you guys are the best team that
just go get
money and has won the pedigree, but he's not leaving for you guys even. He's not going to leave it.
I was going to say, if this club had literally any sense, they go to Inter and go, what do you want for your two centre-backs?
Which two? Which two? Bisek and who?
Which two? Our guys who asked for the under-21s.
Bastoni not going nowhere, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, Bastoni's, yeah.
Oh, but just ask. Joey, I'm not saying he will. Ask the question.
We asked for Messi too. We knew
they might turn around and go, not like the thing is, Joey, they might
30 million
up,
right
Jimmy.
now.
But Joey, like they might turn around and go.
If was 30 million right now, Scott, I'd give them the money right now. And
no, 100%. I'm saying
done.
What I'm saying is, Joey, imagine
June 1st. Like that's
because we know.
I would right now give them the fucking cash of those 30 million.
Because we know, like,
I wouldn't even Huijsen, all these men, they can all go bunny. I don't give a damn. If Bisek was available, is actually available for 30 million, like reported from the Italy sources, Italian football or whatever the fuck it is. If he's available for 30 million, you're wasting your time on everybody else. You go get Bisek for 30 million. Like that's it. In my opinion, that's it.
Not Jimmy.
But
yeah, like Joey, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you'd literally go to what's it called? Go to Inter and go. What do you want for their centre backs? Like I said, I agreed in terms of Bastoni. But say he's willing to join. Let's say we get Champions League and he's willing to join, and they go 100 mil because they're Inter are broke. They go 100 mil for the pair of them. Bro, I'm telling Disasi, Badiashile, Colwill, pack your fucking bags. I'm paying them 100 mil. That's what I'm saying. Like, just go and ask the question. They might turn around and tell you to fuck off when it comes to Bastoni, but you ask the question.
Yeah. Sorry, one second. I need to have a.
Even if they did ask the question, we would never know. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, Scott, 1 second. I need to have my Jimmy moment. Thank you for blocking that commenter, Lewis, but I want to call him out again, that piece of shit. Paul K, you can go fuck off. Yes, and I'm an Indian descent, but I can still have opinions about football, you fucking dickhead. See you next Tuesday. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck you, dude, whoever that is.
Fuck you, bro. I wasn't even going to give him the attention, but cool, do your thing, man.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, sorry, go ahead, guys. My bad.
But yeah, actually, I'm going to use the super chat.
It's like the other Italian center backs. You're probably not going to sign him, right? Because he's in the best team in Italy. He's not going to leave. We know these kind of guys. Like it's like when we're chasing the Rossi for like 4 years, trying to sign him. He's like, this nigga's not leaving. He's not leaving Italy. He's going to stay there.
Leave them Italians alone, bro.
Forget him.
The only reason Tonali got left, in my opinion, the only reason Tonali left because he knew he was about to get caught up. That's why
Tonali had to get the fuck out of there because of the gambling.
Yeah,
that's the reason why he still got caught, and he was crying that he wanted to go back.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they don't leave Italy. Like it's just what it is. It's a thing. And think about it. Why would you want to leave Italy? The weather's good. The food's good. Fucking, you're playing in Milan. Like to go to England where the sun comes out 4 times a year. Like why would you want to go to fucking England from Italy? No sense. Absolutely no sense. You know
how many people come from Italy to England and get home.
Does anybody remember the pictures of Tonali's face when he first got signed?
Yeah, he was like
straight facing everything.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I guess that's kind of the tough thing, right? Like, all right. So, if you kind of look outside of the box for these kind of players, like a lot of the center backs are either like locked into the spots that they're in, or like AKA you would have to spend an exorbitant amount of money to get them out of their spots, or you don't know if they translate well enough to the Premier League. Like you no matter, like you can go and pretty much list out a bunch of center backs in the world, and each one of them will have either one of those questions pretty much that you would have to lay out to them. Though they translate to the Premier League, like people love to say Marquinhos, but Marquinhos is PSG's worst center back. That's why they're replacing him. Like they're like, and I get why people would want Marquinhos because of the experience, because he's a captain of Brazil. He was a captain of Brazil, all of that things. But does that translate to the Premier League?
Marquinhos is this big. Pause.
Just saying, bro.
Pause, man.
That little ass nigga gonna be getting dunked on in the Prem, bro. Chill.
Yeah, me and Jimmy watched Brazil. Let me tell you, the day since he's debuted, he's been fucking dog shit. I fucking hate him. I hate him.
I don't know. We had a stream one day and somebody said they wanted Marquinhos, and I said, as a Brazil fan,
No.
you can keep Marquinhos.
Hell no. Yeah, you don't want him enough.
I said, trust
Most
me,
Brazil
fellas,
fans will tell you
y'all
that too.
do not want Marquinhos.
Most Brazil fans will tell you that.
If he's basically the Brazilian Colwell. If you hate Colwell, he is that. He is soft as shit.
I was about to
He's
say
so
that
soft.
if you got Marquinhos with like out there with like a beast, then maybe. But you would need a beat. You would need like Marquinhos and VVD, nigga. Like ain't nobody else.
Yep.
You need somebody that's gonna be out there to back him up. Yeah, he's a good player.
The
I'm
other
not
name
saying
that
act like
people
he
keep on
can't,
bringing up,
but
the
he's
one
not
that
what
I brings
people-
up all the time that pisses me off is Jonathan Tah. Like Jonathan Tah is not physically capable of playing in this league. He'll be a box defender who's a ball playing center back. Like that's what you're getting out of him. The only difference is he's been the captain of his team. It's the only difference. Jonathan Tah also has come off of multiple ACL injuries.
Yeah, keep that.
But
You
but
can
once
keep that
again,
bone
though,
on bone
Jimmy,
meat, bro.
Jimmy, here's the problem, right? Is every single time someone brings up another name, I can give you 3 or 4 reasons that it doesn't make sense. Like majority of the names that you can bring up, I can tell you why it doesn't make sense. That's why when people do this about Huijsen, you're just doing the same thing that I can do about every other center back. Every center back I can do it for.
Yeah,
Like,
Huijsen's a good player, but the problem is he's like 20. Like,
yeah,
He's
exactly.
19.
yeah,
And everybody's gonna have that same, but everybody's gonna have that same thing though. Like the one player that I say is that I think it would actually work and it would have the least amount of questions is Bisek. That's why I keep on bringing the name up. But outside of that, we're talking about
everybody's gonna
questions
have a question
everywhere.
mark.
There's
Yeah,
questions
I agree.
about everybody. Like
Everybody's gonna have a question mark.
yeah, exactly, and that's my point.
But here's my thing though, Jimmy.
Right, Daniel, just hold that. Just hold everyone's
I'd
go. I want to
rather
go
my
for these
question
super
mark
chats.
be
Wait,
with
Jimmy, just one sec. I want to go for these super chats because CNAT's got to go work. OG Armoni says maybe Colwell is that unpopular transfer they keep talking about. Is not unpopular. Not unpopular at all. If that's
I
the
think
one
it would
they're
be
on about.
unpopular with the match going fans.
It would be.
I don't know. They don't even chant for him like that. He's just
Yeah, but
there.
they still love him. He's called
Maybe
big
it's
account
a
would
maybe
lose
it's a
their
color
mind.
thing, Lewis. Maybe it's a color thing, but you know,
Is that color thing? Is that color
maybe it's a color thing. So
Is that color thing?
Christiansen
maybe I'm
never
wrong
got
about
that
it.
love either, to be fair. Big up TH14 saying not true. Kiwior would be 5th choice with everyone
Quite
fit.
literally their 3rd choice centre back, but go off.
He is their 3rd choice center back.
Yeah, 3rd choice. Everyone fit. Is he talking Calafiori and someone else?
Calafiori's
Ben White,
Ben
maybe?
White.
Ben White's a
Ben
right
White?
back. Ben White's a right back for that team.
Bill
They have
White's
No,
a-
but I mean, like, if Timber's
Yeah,
going to be their
that's right
starter now, isn't it?
They have 4 centre backs, bro. I checked.
Yeah, that bet Calafiori is
Fair
too
enough.
fragile to play center back in this league, bro.
Well, that's
Big
the
up
only position
CNAT, bro.
he
I
could
know you
have,
had to go work, so I wanted to get this for you. Big up, my guy. Says, fellas, we're in a world where we need depth for attrition's sake. Between play every 3 days, international break, and international tourneys, there's no rest, especially for us in City and the European clubs in general.
Mhm.
Because all of them have to, well, the European clubs here, they have to fucking go straight into another season. I don't know if anyone's getting their first 2 match days moved back. I know
I don't
we
think
aren't. I don't think La Liga is. I think PSG and Bayern might be getting that. But that's all that I do know. And big up to Joel CP. He says, panel, can I get one experienced, realistic centre-back suggestion from your like first choice? I agree we need one, just blanking on some names.
Gay, David Hago,
he's number 1.
Bisek.
Danish Maldini, mate. Realistic. experienced.
It would be Gehi or it would be Bissek.
If Bremer comes back healthy, I'll take Bremer.
Wait, who's the City centre back that went to Saudi? What's his name?
Laporte. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd take Laporte, but bro, that wages.
The wages
you have
are
to say
crazy,
2
bro.
years, isn't
He
it?
ain't coming back. Not he getting that
He ain't
Arab
coming
money.
back, bro. Like he has no reason to come back. Like he's completed football.
Yeah.
Kimpembe.
Don't even.
said Kimpembe.
Kimpembe.
Bro,
Are
Kimpembe
we-
played
in the chat, innit?
Man said
He's just reading the chat.
Kimpembe.
Yeah, he's
Kimpembe
reading
played his
Kimpembe's
first
playing-
game in like a
Someone's
year or
playing
so.
FIFA 23, bro. That's what they're doing. They're
It's ain't
playing
Nathan
FIFA
Collins.
23.
He's having a good season, but it's just been one
fuck off,
season.
man.
Nathan Collins, bro. That's what I'm saying,
yeah.
bro.
The guy at
These
Fulham.
names. I just named three of you. Three,
Go on.
though.
We already shopped there.
The guy from Fulham. No. He played for Palace before. I forgot his name.
Well,
Anderson.
Anderson.
Anderson, yeah. Anderson. Yeah,
No,
he's good.
no. I have not heard good things about him over there.
Well, okay. What I've seen, he's
Every
he's a good-
single player, bro. Like I said, we just you could ask a question. The same the question that we're asking about Huijsen is his age. Okay, like that's really what we're asking.
I'll be real. It's not just that
At
for me.
20,
Yeah,
bro.
it's-
But
it's-
Scott, at
it's-
20, bro, he could be a bit. He could gain weight and grow.
He could.
still.
That's. I'll be real. The
Like
age isn't just my issue. It's also the issue I have with Gay, and it's an issue I have a lot with these centre backs. It's like their ability to step up. Like we've already seen with Tosin, like he was arguably Fulham's best centre back, one of their better centre backs. He hasn't been able to handle the step up going from Fulham to Chelsea, even being
Nah, they
experienced.
said he had the bozo
But
gene over
Scott-
there too.
Scott, there's Scott. I feel like that's a question that you can ask of on almost every single.
Everything
person.
I've read from Fulham
No, I
fans
agree,
about
but I
Tosin
think
is
that's
just
I think
all
that's
I've
the
seen
issue
this
we're dealing
season.
with as well. Where like it's the same I've got with the lap. It's like all these guys might have the talent. We've seen with this club, the talent is not like can't always shine through because they just
That
don't
doesn't
like
mean talent doesn't mean that they're going to be the player that we expect them to be.
yeah because it's just a different
At the end of
just
the
a
day,
different, like,
if all these young
pressure.
center backs, if you're someone like me who looks at all of them pretty much the exact same, I just don't see the point. Like, why have I completely after 4 months given up on Viega as a center back, and I want to bring another young guy to come in and start? And like, if
But,
we're
all right,
doing
that's
this,
a different scenario.
if we're doing, it's not about scenario. My whole thing is risks, right? I got Viega for 14 million.
Sure.
Right? He hasn't gotten a lot of minutes. He went to Juve. He's starting for them. He's playing okay. He's playing well. I don't watch Juve much. I'm hearing he's playing well. If I'm thinking about
they actually
bring a
want to
young
buy
center
it.
back in,
They do want to buy it.
I'm selling Colwell, right? I want to sell Colwell. That's the whole thing I've been hearing in this space. I want to sell Colwell. I mean, in the stream, I want to sell Colwell and bringing in another young center back to start. No, if I'm selling Colwell, I'm bringing in a guy that can play with Sarr, that can play with Viega, that can play with Aslamingo, a guy that can play with all of them. Colwell played 2,700 minutes this year.
Yeah, Caldwell's not going anywhere.
With all these games that people are saying, oh my gosh, we have so many games, we're going to rotate everybody. That's bullshit. One center back is going to play most of the games. He's played 2,700 minutes. The rest of them have played like 1,800, 1,500 minutes, right? So someone is going to get all them fucking minutes. And if you have all these young center backs, then it's going to be one of them.
No, I totally agree with you, Daniel. There's the reason why I've brought up other names that we can go for and that we've been linked with. David Honko's a name we've actually been linked with. So it's like I don't necessarily like I agree with you in the sense, but I also think that with like I hate the way that I have to keep on saying it, but they're trying to build a team that's going to grow together, right? Like that's literally what it is in the end. Like this is what we should, if we don't already, this is what they are, what they're trying to do. They're trying to build a team that's going to grow together, right? Like, and
I'm so tired of that shit too.
No, I don't think so.
I know, I am too, bro. I am too, but that's exactly what it is, right? Like that. There's nothing to it other than me just trying to put it into perspective for people. It's like that's what it is. That's what they're trying to do. Like, and we can all not agree with it because I'm sitting here been screaming for names that are experienced players who are captains or are vice captains of their countries or their clubs, and I'm trying to make it where we don't have to build leaders in this team. We can just have leaders that are already like that can help these leaders that we already have. But it's not what they want to do in the end. It's not. So it's like I don't know how else to put it other than that. It's like I'm just.
I mean, listen, I hear all
tired
that. I'm never going to agree with that. Like,
I think that's
development.
Me too, bro.
Development
Me
is
too.
not linear, right? Like we see with someone like Gusto. First year, great. Oh, he had mistakes, errors, but he's going to get better. This year, shit. Next year might be good, right? The following year might be okay, and then the following year he might be world class. Development is not a linear thing where it's like, oh, from first year to year 3, then it just goes that way. For some players it does, for others it doesn't. And if I need my partner who's playing next to me to grow at the same rate as me, if he's not, I'm fucked.
Yeah. No, I hear it.
Like you see it in this team right now.
Caicedo's why I said names of the ilk of players that who are in their prime or about to just be out of their prime. Like that's where I'm at with it. Like I'd much rather see Victor dragging these young kids with him. I'd much rather see Osimhen just be dragging these kids with him in moments. That's where my mind is at. Because I don't believe Delap's going to be able to do that. Same thing goes with like a center back. We don't have very vocal center backs either. Is the other thing. And Huijsen isn't going to be a vocal center back. Like he's the least vocal of the pairing in that pairing, by the way. Like Zarbani's the one that's very vocal. Like it like that. The communication of that is going to be interesting with two center backs who don't want to speak, and that's the problem I had with Sadio Shili. He doesn't want to speak.
Why this shit is irritating when I hear fans are like, well, I like the profile of this guy, bring him in. Bro, even the greatest English center back ever, he needed experienced guys next to him. We didn't win a league title with Terry at 23 and some random kid at 21.
That's why I said this only makes sense.
Carvalho was next to him.
With it.
Carvalho was world class playing next to him. Like it's not like even the greatest of all time need that.
Carvalho was a real nigga needed.
Bro, like the greatest of all time, they needed those kind of players next to them. But is Zarbani and Cole that don't need it?
Yeah.
Oh, they know.
And Daniel, I want to go back to something you said earlier.
I don't give a fuck about the minutes.
Big up, man.
What that got to do for me?
Daniel, I want to go back to something you said earlier, by the way, and it's the point I was trying to make earlier about the centre backs. I agree with you because you look at all of the top teams, they have one guy who's the guaranteed written in pen starter, and then they can, depending on injuries and what happens, they can bring another guy in. Say we get Huijsen. Who's the written in pen starter in our team out of all our centre backs? Huijsen's the written in pen, the 19-year-old we just signed. Cool. So when we have to rotate for different reasons, never then, Lewis. So never then.
A third of the season.
So when Badiashile is in, is that a pairing that works? Badiashile and Huijsen, if we need to start them together. Does Huijsen and Tosin work together? Does Huijsen and Cole work together? No.
It might end up being Huijsen and Chalobah.
Oh no. Oh Jesus.
Huijsen and Chalobah. Does that work together?
Chalobah don't need to be at this club no more, bro.
Chalobah.
I know. I'm just wheeling out the options, innit?
Can I be honest? The fact that the best pairing out of all of those I just mentioned is potentially, like in my mind, Huijsen and Badiashile.
That's ass. Like I'm sorry.
That's shit. That's profile wise, they're the two who work together.
That's a relegation partnership, bro.
The problem is
Huijsen,
man. The problem is
what are we doing?
The problem is not bringing in somebody else. Like you got to bring in some experience, a player. Like I don't get this chasing down Huijsen. All right, chase down Huijsen, cool. But then that must mean you must be getting rid of at least 3-4 center backs.
Oh, Jimmy, I said I'd get rid of every center back.
Jimmy, a guy like me, sometimes I look at a team like a Real Madrid. You told Real Madrid, hey, we want Euros, 65 million. They said, fuck off. They came with Huijsen. Huijsen, 50 million, fuck off. They went to the academy and brought a random kid playing next to Rudiger.
Yeah.
And he's doing okay. Next year, he's going to be better.
But here's the thing.
You can't. Even the big teams are telling you these guys are not that good. I'm not paying that money for them. It doesn't matter. I'll go to the academy and bring somebody to play. But he's playing next to a great player. So it's like you can't keep doing this to these kids, and the talent is not enough. I'm sorry, it's just not enough.
I mean, with all due respect, they have been shit though. Maybe that was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's more because of the front line, bro.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid has been shit.
Yeah.
They got fucking beat 3-0 they got beat 5-1 by Arsenal, bro. Come on, that's embarrassing.
I mean, over the course of 2 legs, they lost. I mean, that's
they got their ass butts. Their defense is not like I understand what you're saying. They put that guy next to Rudiger, and they're not good this year.
No,
So
but they are good though.
He's
They're
able
still
to do
second
a
place.
job, but he's not levels. He's not Real Madrid level.
Yeah,
I'm
Real
saying
Madrid
whatever,
gonna go back to
whatever they're
winning,
doing,
it ain't gonna be
Jimmy.
with
I'm
that
saying
kid.
whatever they're doing with that kid next to Rudiger, right? They could do with Huijsen next to Rudiger. It's not gonna be better. Like Huijsen comes in and now they're the best defense in the world.
Well, it might be because Huijsen's definitely better than that kid.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, clearly, if people put that kid on the market and see who's willing to pay for him, nobody's gonna buy that kid. He's okay.
We'll buy him.
Huijsen is considered to be one of the next. It's not us deciding that. It's not Chelsea deciding that. It's the entire football world deciding that Huijsen's the next best thing.
Do you know what the thing with that kid, by the
But
way?
that's what the
Huijsen at
entire
Real Madrid
football world
is
said about Euro last year.
Daniel,
But they
you know
say,
what? By the way,
but that's what we always go off of. We can't pretend now we don't go off of what the football world say. That's what we always go.
No, hold on. I'm saying, but you have to learn though. If one year it's Euro, if the next year it's Araujo, if this year it's Huijsen, next year it's going to be somebody else.
No, but my thing is, I understand your point, but that point you're trying to make about the kid they put in next to Rudiger, that's not actually working for them. It's not working.
I'll be real. The point with the kids and the Huijsen thing is the reason why also Real Madrid don't play that is that kid they're playing isn't the first starter. He's only playing because their number one starter next to Rudiger's injured.
Yeah, we know that, but Daniel's point was they could have put anyone there, and I said,
No,
yeah,
but
that's
Jimmy,
true.
I think that's
I understood his point that they could put somebody there to do a job, and that was
Militao gets injured always.
I was combining that with what I was saying was I don't want.
He's still the starter, bro.
Yeah, I don't
no, that's like saying Fofana. That's like saying Fofana. I'm not going to count on him. That's why people have Real Madrid fans.
No, that's dead food, bro.
No. That's what I'm saying. Militao's been injured for 2 seasons, where he's been out for the whole season. That's why people in Real Madrid fans are criticizing Perez for not buying enough center back depth because they're like Alaba's always injured and Militao's always injured. So what are you doing? Militao's been injured for 2 seasons in a row, and Alaba's been always injured, and he's old, and he's been shit in center back and left.
Injury prone. You could have seen that from before.
That's what I'm saying. So the Real Madrid fan base has been actually criticizing Perez for this season for not strengthening that center back depth, and by keeping injury prone center backs.
Yeah.
Fofana is good. Yo, this CFC Reaper nigga, yo, bro, you the loser. Like, go get a life. All you do is come in the chat and just talk about what you don't like. We know you don't like nothing. You can't like your life, bro. Do us a favor. Unalive yourself. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You're miserable fucking like. He sucks. He sucks. How about your mother? How you feel about your mother? I bet you won't write she sucked, but I could. She sucks. Bad. Your brother. Any player anybody ever mentioned to bring to Chelsea, he sucked. He's not good enough. Who the fuck are you, bro? Who are you?
He is the CFC Reaper.
Chelsea for you, you fucking hump. Troll back. Fuck out of here. You always talk about, well, he's trolling. Well, sometimes the trolling need to get a fucking big kick in his fucking face. Because that's all trollers they want. And when you give them attention, they run and hide like a bitch. You see he can't type right now? He can't type. Because he like, oh my gosh. Oh, well, what do I say next? Nothing, you fucking retard. There's nothing you can say. Just sit there and look at your fucking screen and watch everybody laugh at you. Go ahead. And it's going to take you a long time to think of a comeback. Go ahead. Take all day. It better be good, though, you fucking loser. Every fucking body somebody mentioned, he's not good enough. 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 Shut the fuck up. Your father's a crackhead, bitch. Me and him smoke together, and then we run a train on your mother. Fuck out of here. Me and your father smoke together, and then the two of us fuck your mom. Fuck you talking about? So what? Crack is all right. All the biggest, famous, most big crack. That's how you know crack. Big famous
crack
people.
everywhere we go. Crack.
Whitney Houston. Who famous like Whitney Houston? Fuck out of here.
Time him out.
What? Time out for what?
I'm gonna hide him and then unhide him. I think that will do the job. Why did he got hit? Why did he get fucking timed out?
Who got timed out? Reaper?
No, Daniel timed out Reaper, but I think I've untimed
Don't time
him.
out Reaper. Leave him alone. Let him type. That fucking bum type.
You should be good now.
Daniel. I don't time on anybody.
I blocked and
Yeah,
unblocked him, so
nobody
that should
time out.
like
Let the motherfuckers
counteract it.
He always, for like the past like 3 months, I haven't said nothing to. I'm like, every fucking body somebody mentioned, he just go negative. Even when somebody mentioned a great player, he be like, oh, I don't want him. He's not. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Fuck out of here. Stick your fingers up your ass and stop typing, man.
Jimmy, what type of mic you have there?
Huh?
What type of mic you have there? I like that mic still.
This is a HyperX podcast mic.
Oh, brother, I can hear.
Jeez, how much is that?
This is like this is actually one of the lower end ones.
How much?
Yeah, this one was like $50, $60. The good one is like $1 and some change. Yeah, this is nice though. It's a nice microphone. I'm kind of mad I didn't get the. When you buy one and then that's cheaper, then you be like, damn, I should have got the.
You don't want Osimhen?
It's Ahmed, bro. He's a fraud.
Ahmed hates everyone, man. Me and Scott, man.
Kai, come closer to the mic, bro.
Yeah, Kai, we can't. Kai, what are you?
Man, come to the mic, Kai. Don't be scared now.
Were you on the Gaza? You sound like you're on the Gaza Strip.
Never do that again. Never do that again, bro. Never do that voice.
Mustards!
No. Kai, go ahead, Kai, please. And don't let Fatur talk.
How long did you take out for, Daniel? Big up, Fatter.
Mustard!
Catch up. All right, bro. We heard you.
Well, what are you naming your favorite sauces, man? Everything about you is food, bro. That's all you think about.
No, it's not a food, you fucking donut.
I saw him in the podcast the other day. He's chewing, man. What the fuck, man?
He said everything about you is food.
Well, that it's not a food, like if you listen to the song carefully, but
The fuck what you talk about? You talk about mustard.
No, it's not a food, man. You know that song anyway.
You want a mustard on your Reuben? Fuck out of here. You hungry?
I'm just saying, bro. It's surprising. The one thing you say is about food, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to be fair, if you listen to the lyric,
it's the first thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the lyric, but that's the only lyric we're spitting out, man. It's about food, bro. You literally said one word, man. How are we the fuck supposed to know that's a lyric, man?
Yeah, mustard on this glizzy, man.
I'm seeing some silly comments, man. Yo,
hey, man, it's Lewis's chat. So something.
Do y'all not expect that the other teams are going to be better next year, just like we are? I know we're going to get better, but
yeah, exactly.
How do you know we get better at that? I don't know, man.
They're also going to get better, right? And here's the thing people are missing. If Isak stays in, I think Isak is getting to the. Well, he's already world class to me, but if people want to say he's not cool, he's getting there. Next year is going to be a solidification of that. They're going to have players like that are always going to get better.
Yeah, so that I agree with. He's that type of player. He's going to keep getting better. Isak is a beast.
Just expect that next year.
He started off the next 4 months, 6 months like he did the last 2 years. Then I'll say he's world class. I need to see a lot for world class. And also, you gotta bang a little bit for your country. Pause. You gotta do something.
You're competing against. You're going to be competing against
Sweden, man. You can't. There's not much you can do, man.
You can score goals for your country. Bucharest scores goals, bro.
I don't know, man. These minor little changes. Oh, let me get rid of Cole and bring Huijsen in. It's not gonna solve it, man. If Huijsen is playing next to Tosi, he's cooked. He's cooked. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest.
Wait. Was that the narrative? Get rid of Cole to bring in another kid. He's a kid, man.
That's what I'm hearing.
He's a fucking kid, man. It don't matter if he's got potential. He's still a kid, bro.
I couldn't give a fuck about Cole. If you're selling Cole, I need somebody. I need a.
What they're telling us is Huijsen is built different.
Built different.
He's not built different. It's the same guy.
Where, bro?
It's the same nigga.
By the way, did you see the Modric lie detector?
I'm
gonna be honest. I can pass the lie detector right now, bro. It don't matter.
Lie detector, man.
That shit don't clear out in court, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't stand. I don't know why he took it. Maybe just to clear his name, as far as saying he didn't know.
He took it from vibes. That shit doesn't apply in court. No one gives.
Yeah, it doesn't apply in court at all, man. Yeah, because there's methods to get around it, man.
A good time though, bro.
That's not gonna help, man. Lesbian haircut, man. Get out of here, man.
That's like Shannon Sharp. He said, listen, I know you're gonna release 30 seconds of my sex tape. Release the whole thing.
Release the whole thing. Shannon Sharp said, don't just show the part when I'm choking you out.
I need you, man.
He said, release the whole thing.
I pause. Hey, yo.
Bro, every time I think about fucking sex tape, I think of that whole.
I said, wait. Release what? You wanted to release your whole sex tape? Are you crazy?
Hey,
Nah,
Piggy, man,
yo.
give me an update.
That's when but Daniel, that's why he offered her the 10 to say, all right, don't release the tape. She talking about
yo,
she want 50. He like, bitch,
what
release
happened?
that shit. 50, release that shit. Fuck
What
that.
happened? I woke up in the morning and I saw this guy trending. What happened?
A chick tried to she edited her tape to make it seem like he abused her, but she's into rough sex and they talk rough and they talk nasty. Like they do like rope and like he'd be like, I'm gonna choke you, and she'd be like, oh,
that's some listen. Shannon Sharp is a down
shit,
south
man.
freak nigga, man. That's a down south Atlanta type freak, bro. Because
yeah,
the shit that he was sending that girl,
nigga from the dirty south.
the shit that he was sending that girl, I never seen no shit like that. It's crazy.
Listen,
Wait, what was the picture then? What was the picture?
She's not a mine or anything like that. She's
she OnlyFans like a 1920-year-old. If you see anybody in here see her pictures and shit, y'all be like, okay, y'all
okay, them ones. Okay.
Was it like a true
No,
Jolie?
he was. I'm not gonna lie. He was saying some diabolical shit to him.
Yeah, she was talking about she gonna put her tongue in his ass and all types of shit.
Hey yo, man, that's some true Jolie stuff.
So the fact.
Oh yeah, I know
that he graped her. Bitch, we not buying that. Fall back. Fuck out of here.
Okay.
That nigga moved from LA to Vegas. She moved from LA to Vegas. That's normal, right? I'm gonna chase the guy who graped.
No, but
the second time.
But courts usually like side with the women most of the time, man.
Well, nah, not this one. I ain't gonna lie, Kai.
They don't.
Yeah, she losing. She losing this case on the court of public
opinion. I hope they do, man. Like, they
don't get in trouble for that.
So Shannon's name cleared, yeah. Okay.
Because here's the thing, right?
His name is not.
A lot of them old
we
cases.
know what he is now. I'm sorry, we know what he is, man. You a freak, old man. So it don't matter if you win this case, bro.
You're getting tongues up your ass, man.
But who gives a fuck who cares? Look how much people read it. Just a few months ago, everybody was claiming he was gay.
Yeah.
Everybody, Shannon Sharp's gay. Shannon Sharp's gay.
Or that sex tape.
Now they found out he fucking some sexy 19-year-olds. Everybody like, why is he having sex with a 20-year-old? Y'all just said he was gay. Y'all just said he was having sex with men.
You beat the allegations, but at what cost? I think it was better
when
he
did it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He was him. Here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you why this is all bullshit. This has nothing to do with the age of the chick or the none of that. Because Anthony fucking Edwards got a bitch pregnant at 39 and she trying to keep the baby and get child support at 30 fucking 9. He's 23. What woman would do that if they ain't in for the money? What women in for the money, they in for the money, bro. It don't matter what age they are, whatever. Some people get caught up. And a lot of people be thinking, well, I wouldn't get caught up. Well, nigga, you ain't Shannon. You ain't them niggas. When you at the level that they living, and you got money, even if you get caught up, you ain't really caught up. Because you know what Shannon gonna get? That $100 million fucking contract. What do you
Sometimes when you're drunk, you don't not even
lose
think
shit.
about it.
But Jimmy, Shannon an idiot though, because bro, with that kind of money, you ain't got to.
Bro, why y'all keep calling niggas idiots, bro? Shit happened. As much as it happened, don't y'all realize that it's something? If people want to make shit come out, it's gonna come out. You just hope you're not the one that it happens to. Like y'all niggas, trust me, as men, as you gonna grow up and get older, you get realized. Stop being judgmental of niggas who get caught in shit, because in the drop of a dime, your ass will be in some.
No, Jimmy, you know what, Jimmy? This ain't even judgmental, bro. Shannon a couple months ago had the whole Instagram shit happen. Fam, you gotta be smarter than that.
So what? Hold on, that was fake. That was when he signed up for Rose Sparks. He's their number one spokesperson now. He's getting like a couple $1 million from him. Do y'all even know that? Rose Sparks, the pill. That's what that was about. That shit wasn't even real, man.
All I'm saying is, bro,
gotta pay attention. Follow the money, bro.
If you 50, B, I get it. Shit happens. But like, bro, motherfuckers gonna be looking at you like shorty 19, B.
Here's the problem. You know what a lot of y'all niggas
think, bro? What's wrong with 19?
A lot of y'all niggas think. Y'all think y'all know what it is to be an age. You think you know. How old are you now? Let me ask.
I'm 30, bro.
How old are you now? Huh?
30.
When you was fucking 20, you swore you knew what it'd be like to be 30, right? You were 100% fucking wrong. You looked at a 30-year-old like, that nigga old, he can't do that. Bruh, do you see Shannon Sharp? Do he look like he's 56? You ever see
He do
him
look
with
his
his
age.
shirt off?
He do
That
look
nigga
like
make
he's
me look
50.
like I got body parts missing.
Shannon look his age. He does look his age. I ain't even gonna.
I'm talking physically. You looking at his face. Do you see this nigga body? Do you see what he look like, Bill? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
That nigga don't look 56. Go get a picture of Shannon Sharp working out. Are you tripping?
I ain't gonna lie. Listen, Jimmy? All you're saying is all that is cool, but if a girl says I want a big black baby 22 times in text messages, you should know she a
Brother, you got you got
No. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that shit. You should know she up to something, nigga. 22 times I want a big black baby. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
That's you, but you gotta understand.
That one, then you get caught up.
Him on.
You get caught up.
Bro.
Yeah, that probably turned him on. Yeah,
Exactly, bro. I be
probably
seeing
his
niggas boning chicks, and in the middle of boning chick, they put the bitch foot in their mouth. Nigga, that I'm growing up.
That's no. I ain't trying to hear if a bitch tell
What
you,
niggas into is what they into, bro.
No. If a bitch tell you, I'm trying to have your big black baby 22 times, she trying to trap you. I don't give a fuck what the kink. She trying to trap you, nigga.
I was gonna side with you, Jimmy, but no, man, you lost me, bro. After 22
She's
times,
trying to trap you, bro. I'm sorry. Listen. I read bro. He released a text.
Hold on,
Nigga,
but Daniel,
hold on, Jimmy. He released a text.
how many
I'm
women
reading
do
the
you think
text.
he's talked to and that shit's never happened?
You know what?
on,
My
man.
man's was still in character, bro.
I don't
He thought
care.
he was still role playing.
Hey, he was role playing with that gal the whole bloody way, bro.
If you really think about it, ain't nothing really happened except the bitch trying to do some shit with the same lawyer that just tried that shit with Jay-Z. Come on, we really about to fall for this? That's the same lawyer that just hauled ass out of New York. Tried to do this literally just a few months ago. Tried to do the same shit with Jay-Z.
Do screenshots stand in U.S. courts? Like a screenshot. Somebody took a screenshot. Does it stand like as
No,
evidence?
man, that shit got to be overproven, super proven.
Yeah,
super proven.
You don't believe it anymore, man, because people edit the shit out of it, man.
God, that
They
shit
delete
don't mean
messages.
nothing. Yo, people don't. The amount of shit that these people are doing. You just hope your person you're dealing with is not fucking a fucking crazy psycho bitch that's gonna do that. Because you gotta remember, this dude is 56. You know how many women he's dealt with, and this is the only time this shit happened. So I
Jimmy, you know what it is too,
good
bro?
average, bro.
I think you know what it is, bro.
These men deal with tons and tons of women.
Bro, I think if Shorty was any much older than
some
this,
fuck shit.
bro, if she was older than how old she is, I don't think people would really give a shit.
Bro, but
If
that's
Shorty was
people
like
being
30,
most
nobody would give a
men
shit.
going
would give
ill.
a shit.
I can't believe it. Let that same chick come up to them somewhere at a club and say, I want to fuck you. They're not gonna say, give me your ID. They're gonna be like, let's go fuck. So miss me with that shit. I'm not listening to no man trying to judge a nigga because he fucking a girl of legal age. If he's trying to fuck a girl he watched grow up, yes, I think it's disgusting. But if he go to a fucking gym and see a bitch that look like that, and she come on to him, what the fuck are y'all? He's just like y'all said, he's 56. What do you think? Men don't have egos? You think when you get 56 years old and a chick 19, 20 looks sexy as hell, come up to you and be like, damn, I'm attracted to you. You think you're gonna be like, oh no, you crazy as hell. You're gonna be like,
talk your shit, Unc.
You keep Jimmy.
You're gonna be feeling yourself.
You keep going back to the age. I don't care about
No,
the
but
age.
that's what he went to, not you.
That's what people are
I'm
using.
telling you
That's
what
what
I'm
people
saying.
are using.
I don't give a fuck about the age. I care about you.
No, you worried about the
22
trap
times.
part, the big
You
black
telling me
baby.
22 times you want to have a big nigga. You trying to trap. It's like a girl, like nigga. I've never made $1 million in my life, but it's a fact when a girl in college is telling me, listen, if you talk to other, hold on, she's telling me if you talk to other girls, I'm gonna fuck your whole apartment up. I'm not playing them games with you, bitch, because you gonna fuck my whole apartment. I believe you. I believe you. You will fuck
All right,
my
but
whole
listen,
apartment
I gotta go. So let me show y'all something. Yo, these dudes be worth 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, sometimes $100 million. Do you know what 18 years of child support is? It's a couple $1 million, bro. Anthony Edwards paid his shit up front. He said, here, bitch, leave me alone.
Yeah, but you can avoid that, man. You don't.
It's not a lot of money to these dudes. So when them women want to play the chat games, these dudes make so. It's not like back in the days where you made a few million. These dudes got so much money that when them women do that trap shit, they be like, Yeah, bitch. I'll put $1 million aside. Keyshawn, I'm not saying he has to give her the money in her hand. They're rich. You can take the money, put it in the fucking escrow, and it pays out each month. You already know what you're paying every month. Fuck you mean? You go to court, they tell you what you paying every month. And you put the money to the side and it comes out of the bank and go to her every month. You paid it all at one time. You never have to talk to her, never have to speak to her, never have to write her anything. These ain't regular people like me and you that go to the bank. They can have the bank come open up at 10 o'clock. A friend of mine said he used to work with celebrities, said he watched a celebrity go to the bank at 9 o'clock. You ever seen a fucking bank open at 9? Niggas said the niggas came and opened the bank at 9 o'clock.
I'll be real, bro. Still, man, you could get pussy for free, bro. You don't need to fucking.
It's not about, but they did get the pussy for free, but the chick got pregnant. Trapped them.
Then you pay for the rest of your life, man, for some kid that you don't even fucking
paying
need.
the rest of your life. Man. They pay that shit one time, Kai. They put the money aside in this fucking bank, and that bank pay that money out every month. What? They don't even think about it. They write it off. It's gone. The money's gone. They pay the money out one time to the bank, and the bank pay the fucking child support every month. He don't have to talk to her. He don't nothing. And if he already said to her, "I don't want the kid," you think y'all be thinking if a dude is telling a female, "I don't want a kid. I don't want this, and that," you think he's automatically just gonna all of a sudden be attached? He didn't want it. He didn't want it. You know why I love my kids? Because I wanted them. When somebody don't want something, you think you're gonna make them love it? You crazy? They ain't want it. They ain't fucking want it, bro. I watch people be thinking, oh, the mother have the baby, so she's so attached. What? Some women have a baby and throw that shit in the trash heap. Trust me, go look it up. It's story when people don't want something. I'm quite sure there's somebody in this chat right now that don't know who their real biological mother is.
The way they type, most of them probably don't, man.
But you get what I'm saying? When people don't want something, they don't want it. So you best to not force that shit. Them celebrities, bro, they don't be caring. That shit is hair off their back, bro. They'll pay that little bit of money and move the fuck on, man. And them women, they just when they grow up, they can go and try to cuss the parent, cuss the father and all that, but they cuss themselves too. Look their son or daughter in the face and say, "Yeah, I had sex with your dad because I was trying to get a check." Yeah, but they don't never do that because they wasn't in love. Yeah, they wasn't in love. So what the fuck you doing having a baby with him for? He ain't about to be with you. You ain't in love. What you having a kid for? Nah. Especially when they be having 7, 8 abortions on their list already, but all of a sudden you want to keep his. You can keep Gregory's. Remember Gregory, who you used to date 2 months ago? He didn't keep his, but you want to keep his. Why? Because he worth billions. Fuck out of here.
They do it for the money, man. It's like
they do it for the bread. I'm sorry. I can't feel no sympathy for those women. You crazy, bro? Those women are evil. They're evil.
Yeah,
and the fact that they have the kid is even evil because the kid is just a pawn. They don't want the kid. They want with the money the kid about to be. So what? You think they about to be a great mom? You think they about to be good mothers raising that kid when they had the kid just to get the check? Come on, man. I feel sorry.
You're gonna be putting out cigarettes with his forehead, man.
Danish Maldi, how does this affect LeBron James' legacy?
Did you see that doll?
Because Shannon Sharp had sex with that white girl, that means
you see that LeBron James doll that they made for him, man. Jesus, man.
I mean, 20 mil, 50 mil, 10 mil, Lakers in 5. Bro.
Lakers in 5.
Blue Scousers, Red Scousers, black and white Geordies, Chelsea 5.
God bless.
I knew that was going to trigger you.
You're a gift, bro. You're a gift.
Oh, God bless Fata, man.
Yeah, you're what they call special, man. You're special.
What do you mean, Kai?
I said, bro, special. It means you're special. You're unique. There's not a lot of people like you, man.
I don't know.
What are you saying? Shed upper for your garden?
No.
I want to be in the singing section.
I was, but nah, can't be asked.
You got a date in Matthew Harden. I respect it.
No. It's just another stairs again. Nah, I can't be asked.
Too many stairs. Yeah, it is Newcastle the week before. I understand.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, that's a fucking mission in itself. Huge.
Yeah,
But
that's
hey,
it.
you man, I gotta wrap up the stream anyway because I've got to go meet my mate for the Arsenal match. But I'm gonna send everyone over to Troops TV. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Everybody just spam. You're gonna see the best of me because we're starting. So spam. You're gonna see the best of me in Troops' chat. Big up everybody. Up the Chelsea.